papa de befro sanko na wo hwe anim no ebeba so ne that call shall come si say onyame bi Sanyamine na medai na dia jo. Wotene ne nsa. Sabre wotene ne nsa. Wodi nkuni wo matamfo so. Wo pega me wo bia, wo musi me ntimi mpega. Wo bokwan ato ba bi wo musi kwan nie. Sanyamine na sam na meka no. Mediane kwa meka kwa wesu ne yefo so. Amwacha mu akwaba. Edia Dwabo Ase dwumadi iso wo power 97.9 and a TVSYZ. Enigem from Mabia Boagro my Ghana. Frina ebesi nado pay. Enado pay san from ano e babo free from Anthem na shita Ghana fana nyina. Ena day babo free from Anthem e babo free voter region na shita Ghana fana nyina. Ena from any free cry University of Professional Studies Accra. Ena feso enyumre bere mu no wode ko fa eye bukom boxing arena. Ena from ana shita Ghana fana nyina. Ena do pay amanfo asori a wo mu ko omunyuma mi. Wo mu di komo dia for 24-hour economy no. Wo mu di komo fa ehyehyane esusudia Joma amadi abatu wo mani mfa ekwan obefa so ma ensano nyuma abaye adwuma mapa. Wo mu mpa na manfo sire wo mu se na wo adwuma we na ya suku be no akono. Wo bejira hyehyɛ papa so amena koyi ama ansan. Oya eba university shiapowa ehyehyɛ papa eda kwama nam kwa so eba se first year ya na awofo bre first year ya na awofo wo ma amanfo to wo nkyɛn ebre wo suku fees tua no se suku fees no ye tua bia first year eba ye stress free ahokyere bia ni ho atete bia ni ho. Yes, His Excellency Joma ama wonye Nyankopɔn wo nipa ba nyame be for so aye o man Ghana ye tie be ti se wode nokure ena di nkomo wode ahobrase ena kasa che Ghana for woni Ghana for na dwini bom ofo no ankasa na dwen emba chichire Ghana for kon woni Ghana for dwini bom se ohaw ni nie ade de betima ya fa ho Ghana for dwen kire no makotena se akeka ni nyina asi ani nobody a People's Manifesto in 2020 na 2024 wa bra yankoto abaro o masa gira sakasem no so a e ka che se nia apam o mene Ghana for koye no eno anom be gira so dia tetire man no Ghana na ye nyina ye pe no e ho nsem no mapusa ba bonten no Orange bia ye de komo kase abasusha so ye bebo e tonto sansa no pai Dr. Pito Tukono and ono na beba betena se wa bra bonon kron na hyehyɛ papa Joma ama nam kwa so wode ba de be dia boam Ghana maburu de be ma Ghana maburu fra ho kyerem akwa hotom de be boam enyuma buso e de ma Ghana maburu de be boam ama Ghana maburu enya ahotoso se omo man bi adwire omo ho no Dr. Peter Boamo Tukono baba betena se ni abobo ho apese mu wabra ide omana tena se chefa ne bramo e wo Dwabo Ase abodo sia pounds media san hodwe eche bia de komo kase abahwehwe so asamba akupa na mi bisa ena wuti Joma ama ne NDC mbaburu no mo bato mo bu ase abekyerekye Joma ama ni sode hunu no ensem no dodo no mo de tu wani no wo ye Ghana baburu na wutiam ya ene ba bia wo pesa wo man no konisia na ena me ni akra covid akọ ehye adwumade na ase no wo busa mo question ba akọ se de ne Ghana maburu mapade ema makonya mo Fred mapade ahodo betu dwa na no wa bra mutie mabunu no dodo no mo beye presentations ahodo e wo UPSA mampanyi Joma ama so be kasa ye na wo see eye aniswade hunu no so dua no ensem no mu di tu dua no ene ba bia wo pese oh my God na konisia na through 24-hour economy no that's what we are simple what's the adwuma baako tie bi o adwuma baako Ghana for this year miensa and the money nyina ye wo no 24 hours no ye chemu miensa obi abedidi adwuma baako Ghana for this year miensa and the money nyina ye chemu miensa obi abedidi adidi jabi anim Ghana this year no adwuma baako no ɛda no so ɛda baako no 24 hours no ye be chemu miensa ebi ada na ebi asore ebi nam kwa so kwa adwuma no na ebi firi adwuma mo ba ye be gina so sare ya papa na wa bia ni fidi nyuma no obetima produce more wo produce more aban hyehyɛ mu no wo be gina so ade akwa ama hodo na babu no baako ka se hwɛ wana catch us amanfo mpe enoma Ghana be produce wana catch us market bi ni ho emma sa no ma na Ghana e ba be produce no who told you wana catch us demand bi ni ho ebere ni do na obahu Kwame Nkrumah penso na ye produce matches wo krom ha Kwame Nkrumah penso na ye ka wo krom ha ye baby full lines no kibe wa fidie no baby awo bia about 6:45 I dia gudi mo samo bra mo kibe wa fidie no ba wo phone no eno ansaba hodo mo di tu dwa no ene baby a wo de wani a kire se Ghana ni no ene ni hia manya me first call abekwa homa no so hello morning we na baby free
good morning Mr. Kwame
what for the frost say
sorry madam Mr. Video komlemele
malam eno wutie John Mahama tie mabunu no
eno meniaji papa Kwame meniaji ejuma bako nipa miensa na be adwuma yi
that's right
Mr. Kwame mi ko kuma se sinu ko fo isu eno anadwa na me bi kuma se ba ye o ntie ti we no omo films man di de to mama di bani and inshallah jo mama fa wafa
me da say so afre ye ko afre for to so 0208984166 ejana wan kasa bra be so eno ye tie nsempa wutumi say yes the youth is on fire youth power babunu no tumi ni hello morning we na baby free
Honorable Kwame Menka Vasho, good morning.
Morning.
A friend bright because I'm free of so
bright yet you.
Nyame ensure be na bibia ya papa ya incoming president John Dramani Mahama will be ano. Nyame embo papa no ban papa.
Yes.
Emma Ghana for because papa we e wadwempa e de my youth no. Emna ye tie or catch youth na wo mind mu say university first year for no muntia chi munko school munko university first year for muntia chi
yes
papa we e wadwempa e de my youth no 24-hour economy no e be boy youth no be brave ama ya run 3 shift ama Ghana for youth no ye want to it me stress no my papa don't man mama kan no ye fa so nye jumade na 7 December ye to abama
me da say oba ye ntentem se de be adodo na so be ba homa no so bi why amanfo gire chi omo so bopu no nim 0208984166 and afeso 050000257 and na mabunu no e manifesto no omo pa wontoma ne nsema omo bi eso kire ye no ene baby a o my Ghana ye ne ani a kire de ni chia na sa ni bo abira de na ne ye hwehwe ne ye te ye anasa ne ye pese ye te bi foforo hello morning we na baby free
hello good morning pacho we kuja brado na afema bra phobia me kasa fia masama ye kan do blue news side
kuja ye tie o
emra de in fact many year pa we on na ba dia ba ko a o ma we he help pa unemployment say nipa be nya dwuma ye pa na e jama nipa ka credit e na yidi jama ho chere abo mam na say nya president papa oba na 24 hours nipa me nsam instead of ba ko no we de nipa me nsam we ko ni we ba na eno wa na so am obi anya dwuma ya ade ti na no ba to am obi ba dem aza His Excellency, President, with you, not so big me a co invest heading. Then the American invest in moment. If you see yearly fee money, I don't know if you go. Yeah, I'm broke for your American. But she can invest in and it's his assessment is air, but no, first year, university ever year. I didn't know what your baby, and he gave them on 1 year.
But I say, and you remember so called a year bucum, and as answer me, and in the Kikahono, or Yan to was yet tea, Mebuno to Drona, Wabrano Mubus and some. But about university first year free now. Tianeti bill. A year free SHS budget. Would it to Todia Jomahame Kana? Niawa Baba no a free SHS budget no just 10%. 10% of free SHS budget no. And also Baba Jina so dia boa said the beya a man for mo ba so so mbeko sua pon first year no untua fees. Oba mo bisa se sika do benya free no a 10% of sabre aye kasa free SHS budget no. Final caller. Hello morning.
Hello Brad, good morning.
Bodina baby am free.
God did not show you a car for the
Chama yet you.
And now we need here. It's the first year students, you know. I pay the amount for that day to me. This very year, it's you know, all kind of we need here, and that your mama. Obi and go to man, send a bear, obey to me, Anya Kunya.
Mr. Bedase, young Coswadi and this son come away, and they ain't come off for be come away and your bedi. Your bedi accompanies a better tank of him. Your bedi accompanies a also diacrana also a year His Excellency John Mahama. Now this will do who won't die. Because Ghana na yen in a channel, and no man kitting kitty way with your stone boy. Then you have food and shelter. And no man kitting kitty way here pet. And you be full from here. And I've been a driver's license, it's a barbecue 7 to 8 years. Massa, fundamentals, no, fundamentals, and I will say, economic fundamentals, no, 1 year, we exchange rate, we expose, no, son no money in a windy woodma, and you want that, Jacobra. Ebraso yet Yagudiamo Samo Bramo, a bottle at Tenase 93.1, hey, Radio XYZ, or with them within day, but sounds of power 97.9, and I don't pay Janet double. So go to Gra. A Bunyabra, what Yagudiamo Samo Ba, a chair great. A bottle about that to say, fantastic. And a Tuesday, yes, Omo, yeah, Omo teams are hot one, your local league, you bet your mocha.
This the way na initiative what the bar sports in more bebre energy. Wow. Now back and do kan ya manage e pan ye nursing trainees na then on other countries be kasa na every year bia oni bia ko no makosua de o makoye djuma ho.
That's right.
Na sika no so ansa back row mu.
That's right.
And no na asemba ko kan ya manage e pan.
Enye so mo ko akoka ho.
Omo kosua de o makoye djuma na sika na bia ba.
Fantastic.
No. So yes, na
Cuba for ye bi.
Ye bi. All the Philippines.
Omudi bi aba.
Bebre other countries na ye bebre na ye bi ntino. Say yes na sika back road mu pa. Ana nkofo so bi tutu kan fine ntino. Very necessary.
Agudi am so bi akwa ye tie o.
Alright, and then so udim say ya tell us ya no power na Dwabo Ase morning sports no na ye di ebremu and then berem na yakọ udim say Olympic Games Ghana yakọ ewie sanso and Olympic Games na kasa so no or closing ceremony so ya wie na ye wie no president for Ghana Athletics Dwabo Ase or nsem atudwa ye beko na ekoso ori na ye di atudwa sanso and under 19 so no Karim Zito ono na head coach well sanso enemy squad bia ono so no ohwe him say under 19 no obetimi abuild o me sanso ye be transfer news na ekoso e wo amrone ene finsem nyina eno so no ebetimi edi abra woni say ye tenase sa na eye Dovita Herbal Clinic eno no power o maso yase a ye de agudie mu ensem no ebremu omo de herbal medicine abrewa eno no herbal medicine no say uyo bia premature ejaculation how brema wayembre e wo mpemu a eno so no betimi abo ye pa body pains and how waist pains constipation sanso and a prostate cancer e bi how sanso and a wo bra prostate gland no e mo a week I was say winya Dovita herbal medicine bi na wonom na bibia ekoye ede ema omo wo 24-hour delivery service nationwide entino time I pay bibia no wo de free numbers way 0246 265313 and 020558687 0205586 09160006877 ɛsan so ɛyɛ WhatsApp number nti no wode fa wo ha no nyina fa WhatsApp na ɛyɛ doctor ɔno no ɔda Dovita Herbal Clinic ano no ontumi enyi ano ma no ɛha obi anso no ontumi enso ano emfa ma ɔmo akira akwan no ɔmo butu awoshi elang taxi station hɔ ɛhɔ ɛna ɔmo butu nti wode kɔ na eduro no hwehwɛ bi na nom na bibia enkoye enso emfa ema Dovita Herbal Clinic as good health is our concern and then no Roger Emmanuel the sportsmanak and akojofosu and mo som na mo ye producers a omo hwesa gudiem ensem no me de ebre menso edino ebo Taylor yenshen nsem na se na ye free Ghana athletics we and president odano ono ne din no ball fuseni wonim se Ghana ye ko Olympic games no ankoye ye ko America ankoye sanso and high jump sanso swimming ni nyina ankoye amfa mayen we and a ball fuseni ono and Ghana athletics odano ono ode nsem atudwa se o se oba Ghana athleta etumi eni omura Olympic games ma o se obia na obia I determine se ankobetumi age medal di ama Ghana nanso preparation no omo a na omo de musika preparation sanso na aban no omo mboa preparation say ye call tournament bi say ya o se we nyina na ma bright and mba no omo ntumi age medal into no o say invest in athletes as na any athletics a Ghana yenti ba ofuseni ni se mo de atudwa.
The athletes have got so much potential to win this medal, and they're also fighting. They have the zeal and they have the encouragement and they have the potential to give us medal. And on their own, they can only do what they have done on their own. But an athlete's fighting for his own will not be enough for him to get to where we want them to be. We actually have to do more than what we have done for them.
We president Emma Ghana athletics ball for said in him and odi atujwa no yemfi na yenko U19 we under 19 na under 19 no national under 19 team no bi oda no Owura Karim Zito ono na oda under 19 ano asisi ano we new team a Ghana Football Association ashisha omo nim se ometumi ashisha players na omo di players omo nimbo ni bopan ewo oman Ghana ha ometumi eni omo aba na campaign no ashase intino and there our Madina AstroTurf 9 AM pepepe Owura Karim Zito we name 30-man squad omo hwe nim se ometumi ewura Madina AstroTurf na omo tumi start pre-campaign no omo hwe nim no mo best players omo Ghana ha na U19 team no ometumi ewrembi na players Karim Zito afram no ebinum enie Ari Moro Gaddafi sanso na Ajiman Koli Stanley Osei Boateng Mohamed Rufai sanso na Owusu Douglas Kwesi Bentu Dia Charles Doji Efriye Jerry Abdul Rashid Adams Ajiman Osei Felix sanso na Asante Nicholas Ibrahim Mohamed sanso na Salifu Abdul Razak Kevin Saba sanso na Yakubu Adams Humphrey Tete Ajiman ena Enoch Esieru Gideon Yao Yom sanso ena Opoku Mose Abdella Mashoud sanso ena Williams Ado Blessing Kweku Wade we ena Prosper Afelete ena Aliu Uma we any players Owura Karim Zito wetimi afroma and there Madina AstroTurf ebo na yema omo campaign no omo shase omo hwe nim se screening no ometimi players U19 team no so ometimi aboa oman Ghana na unim se non-residential campaign no omo shase and then no etumi etuemu sa esi eda Friday in 3 days na Owura Karim Zito o hwe nim se U19 team no betumi akampi omo na wetumi omo screening no na wa hwe nim se betumi best players e dey ama newly U19 team Ghana Football Association enso etumi ahihia no yemfi ho na yenko takwa unim se ye court TNA park eno home ground for Midiama na no Goldfields eno motumi esi Midiama TNA Park no etumi edi amom na wonim se eda Friday na inauguration no ebetumi akoso na sa game na yeba so no na Kumasi Asante Kotoko na Midiama Soccer Club na ebetumi edi esieni na sa match na yeba so no Ghana Football Association afa match officials sa match no obetumi edi match no center referee no ebetumi Charles Bulu sanso na assistant 1 no ebe Theophilus Akrugi sanso na assistant 2 no so no ebetumi Paul Atima Maka, fourth official no ebe Julian Nunu sounds and a match commissioner no so no ebe to me aye James Odumwei any penny for Ghana Football Association afọ mu say Midiama versus Kumasi Asante Kotoko ewo Takwa TNA Park no ometumi edi inauguration match a eno omu di bie eye Oboase anase Takwa TNA Park Go Fields etumi esi edi ama eye Midiama Soccer Club na sa match na ebeba so no na eye Municipal Chief Executive MC for Takwa Insuayem Honorable Benjamin Kesse or in Sem Kakra atu TNA Park Go Fields esi edi ama Midiama yentie Honorable and somebody tuja.
I am more than excited because my background is football. I have been with the Midiama Sporting Club as a management member, particularly as an administrative manager. So I am aware of what we've gone through. I experienced those things myself. When supporters and football enthusiasts had to stand throughout 90 minutes and beyond, had to endure the pain of the weather, had to stand in the rain and in the scorching sun to watch football for the love of it. So if TNA Park is ready to, take us out of those life-threatening challenges, I should be the first person to be very excited. And I must be honest with you, I am so excited to have seen Go Fields, constructing and completing the TNA Park to a standard that is even beyond the frontiers of this country, to international standard.
We sama Honorable Benjamin Kesse sama odi atuja no yemfi ho na yenko head coach and I said technical director Eddie Emma Midiama onu ni di no Evans Adote or say season no last season no or say udim say omuna nko mo defending champions for last season na last season no Samates etumi agi Ghana Premier League no efio mu nsem we and ensem atuja say last season no mo shadow no as na too tight that this season or say ono no or ye confident pan say Midiama ebetumi agi Ghana Premier League Yente Evans Adote.
If I'm to read my report or maybe shortcut my report, you come to realize that we didn't take it easy. Yeah. Traveling, playing away from home, traveling to and fro. The team was engaged in outstanding matches. Talk of the Premier League. After a outstanding game, you have to travel back to Cape Coast. Sometimes you travel from Kumasi to Takwa to Cape Coast. It was terrible. These are also some of the factors that contributed to our exit from the tournament. But all the same, I'm saying the past is gone. All that we need to do is we wanted to defend the title. Unfortunately, it slipped by. At the end of the season, we placed it. It doesn't speak well of Midiama. So target now for Midiama, as I speak, we want to reclaim the title. By close of the season, Midiama is champions of Ghana.
Technical Director Edema Midiama Soccer Club Evans Adote Ninsem ana oditu dwano unim se Samates omunso ana mutumi LG 2023-2024 Ghana Premier League season no na new signing na oma signing no Baba Kushibo ono nso no opiemu Samates no osi oba ho no star magid omuje no osi ni agipan yentie Baba Kushibo no so ninsem odi atudwa.
They have been great and supportive about we the newcomers because since we joined they've always integrated us, they've always spoken with us, how the club looks like and the environment and those stuff. From day one, they made us feel a part of the family, and that's great if you are new because you don't feel isolated and it will only help you integrate very quickly into the system, and that's what the old guys have done, and we have to say kudos to them for us. Players, we teach each other here and there. And like you said, the names are numerous, but the one that is now gaining ground is Teacher Kushibo. Teacher Kushi, I don't know, but it's good. So anyway, I'll take it.
Entino Baba Kushibo ono a new signing e de Masama test 96 ne nka na yete ya no yemfi ho na yekwam no ne dia na yen start emfi Brighton and Hove Albion. Unim say Ghana ni akwalawe so akra no nim said season way and opiemu from Nojilana and so etumi epiemu e Brighton edino Ibrahim Osman asisia no unim say season no yen sha se nanso no Brighton and Hove Albion omodi Ibrahim Osman edi ama final for Londela. I don't know Londela no almost see no buy back clause and I say no buy option. I don't know omodi na kono you find out into me enka say omotono we nyina a development stage e de ma Ibrahim Osman esan say Ibrahim Osman no a new player kra wa ba sin ni munti no omo pese omo developing ye esan say wo ba English Premier League ma enye bete kra into no omo de ne call final na omo tumi upbuild no for next season and no ebe 2025 2024 season 2025 2026 season no e English Premier League no yenko ensevu from Sudia na ye Jordan Ayew ono so na kache unim say Jordan Ayew osina kan edema Crystal Palace this year no Leicester City see omo peno sanso e na Saudi Arabia so a team de brena si omo peno nti no omo hwe nim say Jordan Ayew sika na omo ko gu nanim no sika no ensuye pa nti Jordan Ayew way options way say obetina England na watumi abo Leicester City and say obekọ Saudi Arabia ko disika ni bia no so no obetumi atre enso yenko Bayern Munich sisi ano Bayern Leverkusen omo center back ni din Jonathan Tah omo si omo peni pa sisi ano ma start ya negotiation no course nti no omo start negotiate na course no Jonathan Tah ni agent ene gine mu a negotiating e course enti no omo hwe nim se omo agree bia personal terms no ye nkwande a ibe hu se Jonathan Tah when Bra Matthias de Ligt free Bayern Munich akọ Manchester United no ibe hu se Jonathan Tah enso free Bayern Leverkusen etumi epiemu enso ewo Bayern Munich enso ewo yanko Saudi Arabia enso biemu a Vinicius Junior sisia no omo di billions a year bia no and season bia no Saudi Arabia for no say omo man $200 million every year into no omo hwe nanim into no okobo 5 seasons $1 billion and omo de ma Vinicius Junior into no omo say Vinicius Junior own way options we so better Real Madrid and so wakoji sika ni bi edi own way options no into no yemfa gudi ensem ni na ensia akwa minka entwaso enfama edino botela producers no Roger Emmanuel the sports monarch na Kojo Fosu Fandi me the Dwabo Ase power morning sports no esia na kwa minka atwaso edi amaye
botela why ade wodi agudie mo nsama bra na no pe na ebo ade ba kwa me hunu nura bra ye call UPS ne ye de Dwabo Ase ebra ye tiefo ne ahwefo everyone say esuafo ne p enye ba akunya mienu nyamiensa dodo na no munim se nura na International Youth Day wouldn't the entire omo fault or omo form so and yes bia omo endi current affairs at you and na ye koye no no omabo chenku ewo bia no mo kotena eje oma wo no omo garden ni mo and na omo form groups awodo wouldn't the na no mo ye omo sua dia prepare akotwen so he eti obi anani abra akotwen so he na be just International Youth Day obatu Dwabo obi it is because of the way yasi say ye no ma one pass ya onko wanim one pass ya wa bra bo no beba na wie ye eti what wonyina no na adwini ni bibia ye no de meye bia me pass me so bia no meye
last minute learning no
what did you make can say so it is not the fault of the youth so munni ni ekoso o man Ghana na chi o wo mu team wo mu bi they feel it they know it but was sorry to say that's what so I catch me ansana ya eneme you obi ama that's what so I catch me ansana ye ba eno was sorry na dwendwen say oh me ko TikTok e dey na manfo ye ma me ko Facebook e dey na manfo ye ye dey na mo kika yi ma me hwe me contact mo wan kra no metima friend na menya be 5 series bi na 20 series bi e dey hwe me how far adwuma ni ho ahotra ho so don't blame the youth wo mo kosakosa nyina so mo kokko etienra bra John Mahama mo kwan wo bukom boxing arena eka say ade bi a sha so bia no bra bebusa ne nsem no wotimi se na ahoto bia bomumu
enra de manage
the way no mani agene nyese bia eya manyokuo bia benti ye ni age no na ye genuine enigye say obi ya desuo bia de bia na share so bi afri ye so say yetimi kai boso sam hwepani a wojina wo betima be mampanyi wo se me friend His Excellency your friend JM wo ka ye kasa ni bi wo ka broken po
uze ndra na pidgin o ka pidgin ni we yira cause endra ase obi ebu no na obi ani age
because
ebinsi say obeba na obie say obi a embisa question no wo
ebo dia make akodura ne say mebunu no ye hia hwe o ye hia obi obetie
say na see ye no
obi obetie ye hia asem enye say wutie keke o wutu wana mo aye ho bibi na no abera joma amaka 24 hour economy ene betting ne no ho koroma obi babu san say won ka bio no nhebo so oba obeya na mpa waye okaso obeya na mpa woni ni dom nyina beto ama
ballot box nangsa no be police
so if you don't understand the Ghanaian men ko jira Ghana ni nanim enko dada no na enada na wo dada no wahunu dada o
onim we na friend man of the people
what you say
man of the people
ebo ya say share you more fire eja na shase aso ano no ebusuafo Dwabo Ase opa 97.9 afenso TV so I say so ni man na otwe yimu nyina no yeguso a ye chesika wo dial *274 hasha ene bena dan so nsa beka sika mensa ka promo no da bia ye beba radio no so bia ni TV so no make sure say what dial *274 hash sare ba ya sika dodo ya ye mai wo so nsa ebeka bi ene brabeji bi na fa check wo how far eni je wo man mu a Franco Trading Enterprise guso aye phone papa pa fie say ye Nokia say ye Samsung say ye iPhone mesra bawura Franco Trading Enterprise na phones papa pa yi kopa bi to eno papa pa no moton wo e wo Franco Trading Enterprise abafu TV ya edita dan wa they said that's one name mrante one name maba wa yi wo mu dem wa ye nika amanfo wura ho mu beso mu be bio he said yeah, that's one there who that they when you so a local died and Daniel logged Ralph Jampo na that's what dwemu ho or that's what hwehwemu and a Ralph ko onyankoi it is say abrantia Ralph dem wurema smart TV here free Franco Trading Enterprise inti amanfo wurema mo bezo mbabie eso Ralph hwehwemu bomframa nyunyunyu Franco air condition obenya biato our Franco Trading Enterprise ebo no so da fam chest freezers refrigerators washing machine papa ni bi ye bambonti ye the CCTV camera abramo ebo no da fam menkase ye bo Franco nti omo yo advert radio no so ene jamo mo bo aden dabi omo dwen Ghana for ho eti no mo air condition omo hwe my Ghana ye wie mu sakra ebo bere so no mo de ye eti bambonti kope CCTV cameras ni bi bo kope bi to na fa bo fie pe bi to na fa bo wa asori ho pe bi to na fa bo wo office ho se de bia bibia ba koso wo ho bia wo behunu bi omo so to ashita Ghana fa na nyina from sisi o 0555 939311 0555 939311 and 0246422338 Franco Trading Enterprise upompo what that's why your phone papa fie ye ka say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama de naniache a year from Anthem the voter region of Ghana na wana one a year amanfo bechia omubodwa te said ya Dwabo Ase omubodwa data no ne amansanhia ewo Japan won not ton empeso aso one adwadifo so bedi gomo ewo dededo jomo wo ho west and afeso one ahemfo nananom atena nkonya ebehia wa sogli wo ho central ukokpeton so a obeye community engagement said your year wo bukom ya bia no agotime zofe e ho no obeye community engagement one amanfo behia and afeso said your year in Rano, one mabunu bechia ewo whole technical university and said or dinner proboni in Abanaria. It's in the Akoso John Mahama Afano. His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bamiaso Chana, the campaign so was it Omokwa Trademna, a normally been almost 2020 manifesto NDC Dinma, nominated almost say Omodiano. Omokwa Shakwa Faso. Na oma church omo no ma no de oma ni swade hunu abeto Ghana fo ani mabusha meko ba bia dan ho aba ye ba ye bebo e tonton sansan
na sawochi konkoya na trasa samaba na sawochi konkoya na trasa samaba na sawochi konkoya na trasa samaba
Amo ofaya sane mani ade bobia chi oba ne wan ye ni aka no be ni yesusu na waka na this government dey anya kula
se wuti konkoya
na che se wo fire
akofi da akoye be fire no pay na fire ye be fire ni nyina afa nia His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ni NDC amanyoko no omo woma Ghana mebuno ya eno awiase afa na nyina no na edamu kese pa ede ma mebuno ohwe eno International Youth Day na asema na daso ene se kwan be so ene ebetima fa be fo kwantempo adesua ni nimde kwa so aboa mempuntuo aba emabunu na brabomu na eno anso be ye edasoro ko wo man Ghana because for the first time wo man Ghana amanyo sema bakwasemu no political party bi eye NDC amanyokuo etu danisi wo say wabra ye ni mabunu ni hia no yenso ye ni suade hunu ni enuoma ye pese ye ma mabunu na ewo ye manifesto mo no ye pone ho bi e de akere mo ye gina so e de abeya pama ebeda ye ni Ghana mabunu entem etenu adwumadie na ekosoro na nya adwumadie bi akeke na ye adwumadie a wo mo gina so de hwai George Pariado wo ye National Youth Organizer edema NDC amanyoko no wo ka kire ye wo UPS ebra ye ko boy ye sese wo ho a na ye de dwumadie no ebra mo wo sa ko gina simpie no so no wo sa so sisu dua se dwumadie na wo mo bedi nnura no na ye ni bra dwumadie fi se eye kwa wo mo fa so eswai edi ache Ghana mabunu se enyuma na musu frɛ no ye wo ma ho afei ahokyere na mudam amusu se mu pese mu firim no ye wo kwan bi a ye bo ato wa ye beyi afirim ye beyi mu afirim afei so mo man na ni mo nyama sa ene wodwama so ya tutu mu prum a ye mpese ye behunu Ghana nim abo Ghana bosia no ye wo kwan a ye bo ato wo de amamo afei Ghana mabunu a omote ewo nimde ewon sa no nyuma entete ye ho na so ene ye sori ane ye sire omo na so ene oman ni hihye mu no ye fo mu nya hwe no omo hihye pa e de mo afen so ye maame no ne ye papa no ne nkofo a ye dan omo hwe ye a ya so se ye kwosua pon na first year ni mu no eya na ato omo ne adwendwen ato omo ne bosia bo bebrebe ato omo so omo de omo ni monyam etwitwi fam ato omo so omo bu nkotodwe omo de da fam ene na na miamia bi pesika de amaye na ye kwosua pon na to edu ba bi mpo a enam se akora wo munya sika mpo nti na ye mu bebre ye tifie nti NDC amanyoko dan na di nra won hwehwe ya wo mu begina so ade ahwa masade no etubetwa enti na nra sa dwumadie no ba so na sa wo hwe dwumadie no sede the form the nature the texture the tone of the speakers omo language omo beka ye ene sede omo ahofama omo ahosiesie esitie na bibia eye mabunu no eye mabunu efiri soro kosi fam eye mabunu ade enwuma ye beto ye asa bi mu bedi ye in fact kasa mpanifo no bi be kasa ye na bibia akoye mabunu no wo mo be cheche nsam nyina mu no no mo ye mabunu eye mabunu young people you are now one shadan to omudin within the political space pain but enuna His Excellency John Mahama Gina so ka say eba mabunu so aye obi omo ma wo mema you eba mabunu so a omo mabunu madwin mo abobel amunim ade sa omo edi omo asi wo se omo som omo man John Mahama dan na di say na ban ye nam kwan so a eba no eba ye mabunu aban you mabunu no obejuna omo so ade akekere man no mo oman na wo se woni Ghana fo ba bekekere bom no wo bejina mabunu no so mabunu na ho keka so mabunu na ho oden so mabunu ni nimde so mabunu no ani so ade hunu so no de akekere man no se esanche mabunu ayo man Ghana yen da ache Ghana betumponga omambia betumponga enye mpanyefo nye nkokrafo nye mrewa eye mabunu a wo mo wa hoden won no obetua ye adwumaden ama oman na konanim eti se dondromani Mahama ka asem ya ne tese mabunu na no ene odi won ebebu ma no se ne be Ghana be konkan eti yenso asem free ebra George Oparado enya kwanya kwagina simpie so anu okasa ɛwɔ UPS hall hɔ no nea wɔka kyerɛ MPP aban ɛne etie wei
has been done. So they pay the media to tell a certain story and change the narrative. 9 million on the importation and buying of condoms. We complain that times are hard and there is no food on the market. We wake up to a scandal of 12 million worth of fertilizer vanishing. We complain about higher rents and they respond by installing 11 air conditions in a 2-bedroom house. And as if that is not enough, the owner of the 2-bedroom house is appointed board chairman, just to tell you that they don't care about you. We criticize them for fuel price increases, and they increase the salaries and allowances of the Ghana Gasoline Manufacturing Company by a whooping 400%. This is what the Akufo-Addo Mahmoud Bawumia government is giving to all of us. When we cry more, they top it up by blowing $40 million on capacity building for tourism. Young people cry for daily bread, and they give us daily scandals. Not a single day passes under this government without one scandal being given to us. We elected governments to solve our problems. Unfortunately, this government has become our problem that you and I will have to deal with every day. To make issues worse and to insult us further, when we complained about this untold hardship and we cried out to our Vice President Mahmoud Bawumia, he goes round on stage and plays Onyame Eshrame Ashemu. God has blessed me and you are pained. That is what they give us with this comic dance all over this country. My brothers and sisters, we are very much convinced in our hearts and minds that given the frustrations and hardship being visited on us as young citizens of this country, Alhaji Bawumia and his NPP government is not somebody we can trust and allow to lead this country into the next year. Assembly
Tiatia, we nyatintin bia. Baby o kan ye me de Thomasum was ye susudua da bia ye beba kasafidie so ene kasamfoyi so da bia obetena trotrom uni obi hia na oni akono wonte ne ho ase wo baby a wo se o my Ghana kwa kamani 23 se wa bra da ne da nyina Yesu a ye pepa no Yesu a ye pe aduane no na da ne da nyina o de scandals ahodo wo mu gina scandals ahodo e my Ghana ka e say o my Ghana sika na Bawumia na wo se wo petumi no wo wia no wasa begina ye tiri so yen Ghana for ye tiri so na waka che se onyame akira wonne ne MPP na yen Ghana for ahye yen. Can you imagine wa bra wo de o my Ghana 12 million egura to pre no instead say wo de bekwa CC dams a wo share boso obeye no wa bra na omo de AC ahodo abobo mo da ho 2-bedroom facility omo de AC ahodo abobo mo da ho na sa sika no enyuru koro wa bra sika puduo a eye sanitation minister de no na boafo awiam na ya benya ya ho ntiase se na sika bebrebe gu ni dem no wa bra no ma we nyina sisie wa bra jankuruma ne kunu se ne boyfriend se de yo won ne kantuma e de omo se gro my Ghana sika ho no a we nyina kwaso no na Bawumia sa begina ye kon so wa begina ye tiri so wa begina ye pona no wa begina ye demo Yesu e ka kire se onyame akira wo mo na se Ghana for. Can you imagine Ghana for su kom no no mo de omo su se Ghana for no adentina onyame akira wo mo no ase ye sa ayerade ada Ghana for mo hunu se onyame na akira wo mo hunu se nyame na ma akwan no mo ewi a oman ni sika ena ahyemo sa ade na ahyemo Jojo Pariado mabudu don frefo panyi ena NDC amanyoko no wono na atene kakra kwame nrai nsema eye Jojo Pariado Pablo kan no kwam eye no kware to duro esan se kwam ukọ Ghana fa na nyina wo ho Ghana mabu ebre
Ghana mebu ni adwuma ye.
Omo yo mo se ahye ye.
Oka o se ahye wo ye.
Se nyame ahye omo.
Nyame be na ahye wo se.
Nyame ahye ye.
Ghana mebu ye ni hono ye di hono ye ni adwuma ye.
Yes.
Na yeri so adwuma se ma ye adwuma ye o se onyankropo na ahye.
Onyame na ma kwan se mo fa PDS so e ma ye sika bi mo ye.
Na mo wi ye.
Onyame na ma kwan se mo fa PDS so na mo bubu oman Ghana. Onyame na ma sa kwan.
Onyankropo ma sa kwan ne.
Enti na fifi kweti a wo ye general secretary e ma NDC amanwe ko no so nya akwanya nra. Oba no se hwe we nyina so kwaso no. Ade ba kwa Ghana fo mo mani nko ho. Any brain drain, you can say brain drain na. Ghana fo na mo awofo a mo ye Ghana fo. Mo tete mo bawuram. Etu omu school fees. Aboa mo makọ school. O madru suapon. Na sabra mu kurakura boni krata. Amu experience so metima ye adwuma. Na so adwuma ni ho no. Asese omo fa kwan ahodo so ekọ amanfo man so no. Eya dwini nyansa ke betimi agina so. Ade asiesie man no na sese apia kọ amanfo man so no. Eti saade no ni enti ekọ so no. Fifi kwete se we ya. Hwade we.
Not be stolen by anybody. I want to thank every single one of you here and the millions of Ghanaians who are watching and listening to us today. As we gathered here this morning and we sang the inspiring words of our anthem, which my sister Shemima described as the NDC national anthem. The words of that anthem said, "Arise, arise for Ghana, all patriots of the land." And then we sang the youth anthem, and that youth anthem says, "Arise, Ghana youth, for your country." Now what does that tell you? It tells you Thank you so much. Now it tells you that the NDC is a party whose anthem connects to the very anthem of the youth of our country. And both anthem calls upon us to arise for our beautiful motherland. The destiny of this country is in the hands of you, the young people. This morning, as the young people were asked to stand, some of us actually have to sit because even though Fountain will be called youth, we have to acknowledge we have gradually moved to the level where we can no more be exact youth today. And therefore, we need to devote ourselves to serving the generation beyond and after us for the sake of our country. And I want to say that the generation after us, you have a responsibility to salvage our country. Today, the flag bearer of our party will take time to unveil to you the policies of this party whose heartbeat is after the destiny of our young people. You will elaborate plans, which plans we believe will set this country back towards giving hope and prosperity to our young people again. Over the last 8 years, we've seen the hopes of our young people totally crushed. I don't think there's been any time in our history, maybe prior to 1982, when we've seen so many young people want to leave this country in droves as we have seen over the last 8 years. It's sad. It's sad that this country, that on the verge of 2009, when the NDC came to office, we had young people who were trooping back to this country from the US, UK, different parts of the world.
Araho pa se mabunu no mo wa hoden e wa adwen foforo anke betime gina so e de aboa mama oman ye tumpon ene enam se ni daso bi ani omu mem no omu dwane akọ amanfo ma so akọboa ma amanfo man etumpon ene ko the United States of America wa bro mo kwa akoto aba the hottest debate said the amanfrafo abaje man na boso wotie Donald Trump o say hey mommy anwe America fo ho nkwa no mo fa kwatiri kwa so de be wura ye mem no yesisi sa de no ho kwan wotie Kamala Harris a wo se nye sa kwan no ne fa so okọ United Kingdom asabra ye kase amanfrafo no ho omuda otankuru wam wo de agema free UK aba wo hia na bisa na se de make bebo a won kan kire wo ye de amanfrafo ato otankuru wam why because wo mo mem no wo manda ho ama amanfrafo no enam se ebusu nyina ehye brehye obonsam nti wo mo de ahoden ye adwuma abaji nwuma aboso ama timamufo na dwala se eso omunyuma efro monsa ene ye international politics but the American say Ghana fo na omu wasa nimde no ene ahoden no omu na akwa amanfo man yi so asese wo mo manfo so se o mabaji o madwuma no so imagine say committee memu sa woden no kede no mo de be
o be ye dwuma de aboa man man Ghana ko
ne benam sa kwanya ni honti mame nurse beko yesu papa doctor beko o chieche di beko wo ka say bra asojafo betu eye aban papa ne ye wo no asojafo apen so no ena Ghana fo bi dwane kokoko ama hodo obi ana wo betwa ehu ehye wo Africa me papa Edward Minka wo ko Liberia kopem Liberia ko kira ade no in fact na efini ni bia no mo de friend say e your country get airport owu busa so ni me mo airport sabre no sabre Liberia e wono okoya ya nyina bae my point is sadie ni betwa mu e ma amamo papa bi bae e ma Ghana fo na omu dwane ko amanfo mam no esa ye dai e bae na maya me asa koyechi
ama Ghana
ama say Ghana fo no e dwane free mam wo de wunya abotire a wo hwe me wo pa achidije te se me kwa me menka no wunya adaje a for the various high commissions and the various embassies or my Ghana they want would you go and see things for yourself. Anya me no na you say Ghana for Piato Santre or US embassy
Kwame enye iso
e di entira
wo pese wo from me say akwanya ni ho
e di na be ma Ghana ni bia wa kwatena Belgium e be ka say Belgium passport say so passport
passport
Netherlands passport who for so time obi certificate bia
wo say akwanya ni ha ma no enti ofi o mai mu no ko yes amang ni so je
say ya ponko sekura no be kwa twitwia kakra ba da no ho
but ahanom no for the past 8 years no sa akwanya no onye bi ye
eno na fifi kwete ka no enti say wo political party a ne anthem ne nyuma woto e de frefre dom any Ghana nyum bi a yeto de frefre Ghana mabunu dom no ehia it should tell you say when you amanyoku a edwin Ghana for
no
when any amanyoku edwin Ghana for eno ti na no mu tu sa da ne si wo say mabunu ne fa wo mo manifesto mu no omo dan na di ayenkwa enim yehwe se de omo a omo tu efama gudi a omo akwanya wotumi krata se omo betima ye no hwe se de na omo si huawa His Excellency John Mahama ne nhyehyɛ papa owo de mo hwade we
oni etra se no o cha se obo provide you security abla wo lances a de be ye adwuma no bo provide you security ama wo so what me or escort from site a o de baba fie na wo so wonya gold asumdwe mu ewia o so onye o invite me san etra se no o se bana oba no uwia wo wie site adwuma no na amna bebre ai den aka eno na ye papa se oni small scale miners ye tra se ana ye de tu na nim mo tia se bana oba no se wo wie na se wa tu amna wia na wa cover so fefefe na wa dua eti nua e wo so how be ya gold and sa that's a 5 years 10 years time no obetumi kwa sa back asa benya gold ni biem adi anuti yani small scale miners for ya wo Ghana ha obi bia ni mo Ghana ha me side bebre ji obi bia ni me aban ba omi aban ba ye so one for wo site an ko shedin sa wudumi nya bida obi bia site ehye ba omi ansa
asana wotuma eden why be the president mama so ndo oba no wola ansese kwa na wo certificate kwa dia wobetuma ye adwuma na wo so unsa akwa no anuti 2024 election youth wa pese ye mining small scale miners for say ye shemu grant say ye nyina ye kan bi ne amuwa ne papa president mama owini no wini a obibia bedidi.
Okay, small scale miners no afa mame fa wo mra eye adepamfo wo mo so said obusi huru omo ho e wo NDC manifesto na enche bia omo beba bepa ho ntoma no omo pa mabunu ne chefa ho ntoma eno no ma chase a omo dan na dia eguso a ye didi ho nkomo yentie mame Gloria Koto wa bra no dan sa asem ye di
Madam asese mama me akwenya ya metime no mo achense mfo akaka mi wie GSS na nuweni da su bebe se me pese me ye fashion designer but na akwenya ni ho enti mi sie adwuma wo sabe dia mo be friend nkwan chen mi sie adwuma wie ye no na mi san we ni sadu kese bi se me pese me ye fashion designer edimu pa but na akwenya ni ho sa esan se me GSS am wie ye enti and check na me say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama saya baba jigane si obiom na oba no o man safa o de hye bia ye fa no step up certification policy aba the boame Swadi mu amewo ese nka me pese mitumi ko school pon ana tertiary university ni bi no obema na dem na policy ye oba abeye ebe boame ama mitumi akọ tertiary technical school CB na mitumi akọ ya me fashion no na mitumi de me say me koko say me a certified fashion designer adi oba abeye enya mi tele ni nko Oyama wa we hairdresser ni awaha fit ni awaha mason carpenter for ye wa ha ye person ye timi ko school pon etimi ko tia ya defia so ana ye friend polishing no obema ye sa akwenya no His Excellency ese owie sa policy mamia osa be boamia edme apprentice for me wo a national apprenticeship program ni Show me Jumay. I'm on my fear Juma or Befa Wonka. O Yesua, then I may or madam no Monsieur Jumani Via. Or some better Munsem Kakra, or bet immediate be on my shops, no better be the Juma. And Yamode. His Excellency, Essanso say, so yes, I did in area. On Jamie Hopper, Papa DJ, oh, money you are, Mr. Obama. It's in number at the pump for Mosomodia no. Yet, Mammy Fa, a year, Mammy Sadhatu, Al Hassan Emran Komoni Wano, a member of the NDC communications team, and some. Yadia betu dwa efa mabunu ne chafa wo manifesto ni mu no command yedi alhasa saradu akwaba
mini abema na apome
nyame na dawo ma yekura mu dende
ye de rade ase se anya hwe kura no de John Dramani Mahama che enura minya nije kese enija minya ye ne se mi hunu bi da ese presidential candidate bi ewo emebunu ho adwen ti se senior His Excellency John Dramani Mahama owo enra manifesto ya George Opare Ado led by George Opare Ado omudi si abonten no ema mi hu say yes sebi ena mi ni ho kra na memma se John Dramani Mahama kwa na be president dia ene memma ewo da achi enra mani ji ye pa ade ba ko so a enra na ye frefre mi amanfo frefre mi o si enra mo ya di o Enye party members so party enye party sympathizers we are floating voters enno ade na mo ye mo ya ade papa ade ba kwa ye srem no se aba ne de be to amam na akase mo bo ho ban na me hye omubo ese sene be ye bia because omu titi nsem abran na champo okeka nti ama ase adwen no but enno me hye omubo se de ye ka enra no omuntu abama na omuntu aba ne wie nso a yenso ye be bo ho ban enno ase wo hwa John Dramani Mahama sa asem no mpodie yaka esi enno John Dramani Mahama aka ena sa argument no etwam kura ese hwan na di free education free SHS ebaye John Dramani Mahama ena ye progressively free senior high school wo document bu olanchi ye no nso obi ehu ye esanso wo ye constitution mu ye bibia e ka se emre bi bedru ye be free education ena oye ye olanchi ye enno asamba ko kan ya eye me den eni se free education no yanum eye no de ye mi hina ye me tiny de se ne ye abaomia all carry ni hu wo free SHS no enye ade a eye anything to write home about akwala free SHS ya obe oko school 10 days 40 days no abetina fie 3 months se si aminu ka se mi ba call SS waba owo fie obe call in September which means we stay fie for 3 months and now John Dramani Mahama sheyembo ese nyame ya adum ne eto no abaso no oba obe ye bibia ye frɛ no funding for free SHS and no sustainable funding for free SHS and no ye idea ye di be share free SHS mu kena se ne be ya red gold green ye no ye be twa so na nkola no omonya adesua pa esua e school nim idea e ka ho a ebe ma free education no aya kono na ye fene se e-blocks ni wesisi bebre esa na amamuo bone esa nse adwen enye adwuma nti ni pedua no ebre enti osi oba obesiesie e-blocks a wesisi de wesisi a mo agesi ho de na eye adwuma enu nso mo egu no a eda so ho ankola eko red gold green no obesiesie sa school sadan ni nyina se ne be ya ankola ne benya baabi pa na omodi asua ade it means say John Dramani Mahama ba ma mie de otonto so odwem de otika mu a okọ adwuma ma mi a wutie mi papa wutie mi emmo hu da se John Dramani Mahama ba free education oba betwemu there be obehye mukina school sadan nso wesi oye obi a oye visionary onim se free education ni beba bedru pempen so nti na o si free e-blocks ni bebre na agu ho enti wutie nia
ye kasa dodo na agunwuram
ye kasa agunwuram a na mu di kan sem fufro enya nwuram bebi a wesi ni eye bebi a se aban bia
twi na ye ka no egunwuram fi so majai
si o yes omajai amewura abefu egunwuram yes se mate wase enti John Dramani Mahama ebesiesie de sese odi boarding eka ho no no esisi dan ni bi aka ho amankola no enya de oka yenso esa eye medane se obe extend the free SHS no e de akọ private sector enti dadie wesi private school esa na mamuo bone omuso omu di free SHS aba omo anjuni school dan ya wesi anwini kwan omu de obefa so ama wo nso nsa akwa wano no John Dramani Mahama se oba obe extending say yetimi aye free SHS nko ade a it means private sector na yebetimi de omo nso ahya baase ama omo nso omo adwuma no engu na omo nso omo anya bibi e de akomwa no
ye kosua pon ho e de ade na esi
ubanu owie free SHS no enkodan enjunu hu da se wo fra bia woni no ayaka no ukopa ni choice and se oba na wie SS a okọ university enkodan dwunu hu da se wadanfo bia wabu kwasia ana waka nsemfo a kire no ukopa ni choice and se oba wie SS a okọ university da bida John Dramani Mahama, the visionary leader, the man talk I do. Papa on chan throw da. Nsusuya eda oni ba omiante muni se okandi otimi ye. On chan throw. Okasanso okandi na adwen emano enye de Denis Mrakwabwaje atrama ne se onko kan. Or see nyame adum na obano or come out with flying colors na oko university a free and academic entrance for level 100 students. Any idea uba na enya result ewie no okọ university na akọ 1820 endra metie lecturer bi or see the minimum of entrance no 2,000.
That's right.
Enti John Dramani Mahama said dadwunu ho wo wu se o man mo ayede oba obeba be siesie ye economy ama na ye fe but ansa na no oba make sure say oba na we SS
but the horo na amafo bisa say na sika no obepa free
get fund wo ho
tom ye ba ho ade ba ko mu nim ni say sa eka na wo sisi ye no I will say over 2,000 and oboabo no a ebeduro no 10% of current budget year yadi wura free SHS mo no eno ye ka wasemo enye sika kase bia e bura adwe ne ntiase sika bebre ba yadi wura free SHS mo sabre no
ai
emu wa ha chiche mu du
yes
obetimi dia ye stress free fee
for level 100 students no eno na wa chiche mu no eno na ye ade ba ko a John Dramani Mahama kan ya ndra utimi wu se school nkola omuti ho omo akasa omo hu senia na omo ba fesie no senia na ye din ema omo awofo senia ye din ma wo mo enti omo ani age so omo nuanu a omo ba level 100 no omo de omo go through that stress enu nye friend free stress free for level 100 students owie John Dramani Mahama kan semendra na enra de fe ewo program ni hu ni se emebunu enendra ena meni gi yesem ye NDC ni endra meni gi se NDC ye wo fapem adachi yenumu bi eni ho a ebi mu be take place because enra young men and women are omu kasa endra na ye fe keke
mama ma tiefo ni ahwefo young men and women mu baako a wo kasa ya ema amanfo mpani tete enisho lamisi Mavis wabai no say nka adepam no nka normal day bia because we should be a happy International Youth Day benne enra na International Youth Day no and wo kasa no was it be anywhere wo my Ghana from babunu no ho a
yes
obetiwe gina so e ya kasa happy International Youth Day
yes
and chairman say sika na asem ni hwade
Today stand before you and wish you a happy International Youth Day. But sorry, I can't. I don't think we are happy. Guys, are we happy? Can we even be happy in this economy? We don't have jobs. High cost of living. Today, one malnourished food is equal to a balanced diet. We sit here and we are facing serious rent crisis. Young graduates, young couples, and young people like me who are starting off their lives cannot pay for rent. Over 38%. Over 38%, yes, 38% of the entire population of this country. That is what you and I occupy in this country. We are that significant. We are not just a decimal stuck in the corner somewhere. Yet appointees of this government, cardinal appointees of this government, who contribute to the rising unemployment, sit on their high horses and call us lazy. You and I, are we lazy? Guys, are we lazy? In fact, as it stands now, we can say laziness is part of the expensive things in this country. It's a luxury we can't afford because we don't have a choice. Guys, we need to be bold. We have people in this country, youth in this country, receiving salaries as low as 700 cedis, 800 cedis. Cost of transportation has skyrocketed. There are so many things happening in this country. This country is a total mess. So please, forgive me and understand if I can't wish you a happy anything. We are supposed to be bold. We will survive till December 7th, but we will show them. December 7th, we will show them. When we survive, when we get to December 7th, we must be bold, guys. We must be very bold. And you see, these bold ideas will not come from the sitting government.
Eti the asema lamisi kana very simple. So was he nya kukodro. Was it no many be a nebo den sadatu. No many be a nebo den e wo memha akwadro ka ho. He say akwadro so be kan no mana nebo na kosoro wo memha. And they can afford to be cowards. They must be bold.
And nunti na de bia no. Mitina radio so na TV so a. Meka se MPP is the most sabi atie from fancheme most useless party because what shall yaw na usu no na okan kwase asema kire
oso nyame akire mo asemo
ai ba omi atena ka mu etonwum nyame akire me na ashiwo na ebda ebehye no obedu samira ho no na ayane se wakodu ni yonko bema ho da ebehye ba omi ano odu ni yire ho a ni wunyina abejo and sada no eba is just around the corner la misi kasa ya no endra oma the MPP fuo na omo adwen no sabi enye adwuma na omo si John Dramani Mahama 24 policy no 24-hour policy no omo ntiase no endra la misi ema wo mo simple example of it edia no kae o si one job 3 sets of workers 3 shifts. As simple as ABC.
What kind of dream was Ejuma Bako? Okay.
Group miensa nyuma 4 group miensa.
That's right.
And a 3 shifts. As simple as ABCD. And no cry me post here another MPP guy ebe ka say me san chire ni mu. And I metena say who obi ti say Owusu Bempa as leader of communication. Bibia ni wa obeti ase. But endra de efe eka ho na. Eye me dani say yetimi wo se emebunu bi wo ho de omo aye humanitarian course e wo universities no we wie no otimi nwunu car otimi nwunu bicycle obi wo ho otimi nwunu phone obi wo ho ti ho no wa creative na or the plans bi aba but plans ni be dey a manifesting emre bi atwam nkola kocho BC abrofo bi di konko eye car atire mu di be school ena besina sa akwala ne yante hwe won ho and John Dramani Mahama say obeye 50 million fund for youth development for youth to develop their projects and businesses.
What the photo say?
50 million.
Okay.
Aditum ama akwala bia owo enyansa na nimdie bia ye de ye bibi extraordinary no ye de sa sika no ebe boa that group of youth send ye be ya on betimi a develop on project.
That's right.
Ade any project no ma me utifie na uba otimi fa paper enunity mi ya ni ti say radio container ana TV container no nyakumato say John Dramani Mahama say oba sa abofra no sa national talent a owo no ye de sika ebe so sa abofra na se se ne be ya abofra no onu nso obenya ni bibi aye uko China eno ano mu ye enti de bia sa house ni aye use phone house ni enkwala kitikiti na ye no China ni e de abreye phone cover enkwala kitikiti na ye na ye de abreye John Dramani Mahama say ye be ye bi wa say China fo betimi aye amomma Ghana for nso ye betimi aye bi ama ye ma John Dramani Mahama Gloria Kasaye no o say apprenticeship e de na ye apprenticeship bra so free ana udru suedro kra obehu nkola urabe ho enkola ne namba bachire enye se omu ni bibi ombe yo se bi akola na hwere ne maame obi wo ne maame ni papa nyina ewu obi wo ono nso maame wo ho nso oni bi akola no so se bi enye obi ana nyankopo ama no school hu nyansa enti abofra ne ntimi enko school John Dramani Mahama se wo ba san nkola ne nyina teleni a wote around utiri nkwa say John Dramani Mahama eba what the near oti around John Dramani Mahama say utiri nkwa uye carpenter ni a utiri nkwa uye aluminium ya utiri nkwa evi say John Dramani Mahama ebe yiyi san kwala no enye din eno oka ye bi mu say
enkwada no mo gentitiye no
san kwala no odi omu quantitiye mu ama omu asua ade enye omu quantitiye mu keke o omu nso a omu na ma omu pese omu sua ade a omu ni obi akwanya no John Dramani Mahama say nkwala ni nyina ye de omu quantitiye mu na omu asua nsa no adwuma na omu wie so a omu that step up scheme ma John Dramani Mahama edeba
akwala no so wo fa
centralizing no
Ghana fa na
nyina nti o ka say obeye in the district level district level be bia wotinu ye mensin e ho no obeye no but one thing is akwala bi wo ho so wasua ade no osua ejuma no na afa di adwini ye ejuma nti adwini ye ejuma no opese osan ko school enu ti no this step up policy no eba nti akwala no ye no ohun se opese okosua ade e ka ho a otimi nso kosua ade e ka ho endra John Dramani Mahama de oyeye no ebru adwen ene ntiase but say unnim ade ana se wonti asem ase a usi buei de John Dramani Mahama koyeye no wanye hwe John Dramani Mahama saka se kapitani kwa ahumji a na de etojo no a kapitani a woye adwuma ahi na wonya kakra hihye bi ani ho de obedi keke eto de bi kra na waye adwuma no ode etua rent enne Baumia ko jina platform suka se Mahama time kani abo di chen like rent enne ni nyina ya kun enne amamu boni nti ye da IMF table so 3 months bia ye to electricity bill mu and rent ni so aye kun esan se cement ni kwa na ekosoro enti carpenter ni ye adwuma no or the tua rent the aka no the money marco school or didi enti ontimi fe bi nsie se ne be ya akwa ahumji a ne ho beto no John Dramani Mahama se or the insurance scheme e dey back for informal sectors se ne be ya obukwa ahumji a omo so omo benya kakra na omo di akoma no John Dramani Mahama wo ye ho adwempa enra John Dramani Mahama wie ewo UPS no osa ko bukom arena
answer ye beko bukom no yentie His Excellency John Mahama nia wo kan etitiriu e de for education wo wi a san fa me ko wachi ho ne bo eye Lamisi Mavis na asem na wono so ka fa 24-hour economy no titiriu sa formula na wo de tu dwa na atu ebinim ne
adinjo mu besi no muntiasio mitimi wu school a koye
eti ne eti omuntiasio
but enya wanwa efi said omu leader kra no okuta PhD kra no onti ne ma ase
meba ne eti omuntiasio ni yehwe.
We shall also decentralize the procurement of food and other supplies to the headmasters and school bases in order to improve the quality of food and also boost the local economies in the districts where the schools are located. We shall expand access by building more infrastructure in existing secondary schools, and we shall dedicate funding to completing the E-blocks in order that more children can have the opportunity to go to school. We will abolish the double track system. So that all our children can go to school at the same time and vacate at the same time. Our kids will not come and stay at home for 4 months and go to school having forgotten everything they learned in the previous term. Moreover, tertiary students face financial barriers with over 40% struggling to afford education and accommodation. And as I recently announced during a visit to the University of Ghana, my government will partner with the private sector to demarcate a portion of the vast tracts of land that the universities are holding to construct hostels for students on campus at reasonable rates. And thereby address the accommodation challenges that students are facing. The professional institutions of architects and engineers will be engaged to provide uniform designs for these hostels and a costing of the hostels that will be built on all campuses, and that will be under our program of a bed for all students to be able to stay on campus. We'll also launch the No Fee Stress Initiative, providing fee-paying support to eligible students, especially through the Student Loan Trust Fund. The reintroduction of a quota system has reduced admissions across both nursing and teacher training sectors, restricting entry for many youth who desire to train as teachers and nurses. We deplore the Akufo-Addo-Bawumia administration's practice of opening the recruitment portal only when elections are coming. We will implement a policy of continuous recruitment.
My favorite, guys, the 24-hour economy. When I speak of the 24-hour economy, are you not excited? Are you not excited? 24-hour economy, guys. Hello? On the 24-hour economy, the president says, and our game changer he is, he says we should give him the nod and he will disrupt this failing economy for the better. Centuries ago, nations used to go to war through the barrel of the gun. These days, that has changed. We are in modern times. And war is by economic power. Simple. This economic power, it depends on the number of products that you can have, commodities that you can have on several trading markets. And so 24-hour economy is telling us that we have a God-given gift of 24 hours. Ghana, China, US, we all have that. When you go to China Mall in Spintex, or when you go to China Mall in Wager, and you get products over there that are cheap, it's because we have some people in China working all day to produce those products for us. We must return the gesture. What can we do? We must take advantage of the 24-hour economy. There are so many questions, some, objective questions, some the naysayers, and they ask, do we have the demand? Come on. Ghana, we have the demand. And if we produce and it exceeds the demand, we have over 400 million people, in West Africa. We will export these products to them. Beyond West Africa and in Africa, we have billions of people. If we have surplus, we will export to them. Now let's go. Let me give you this simple mechanism, guys. When you go to your local factory in your various districts and communities, you get there. We have Akosia, Fozia, we have Estenam living in the same house. But that local factory works from 8 to 5 each day. And it's only Akosia that works in that factory because there's no space. So what President Mahama is promising us is that he's going to provide incentives for this factory. Tax incentives, security, name them all, appropriate incentives to ensure that space is created in these factories for Esenam and Fozia to join Akosia to work in this factory.
Formula no, I don't know. It's where what you mean.
Wait, but I dear Bakwa, me skip here, me person, me sound come a chance. 133 133 133
Ejuma Bako
133 Esan se ubana o school or tifie no ya fani nua ewo passport office ntini ye ntimi mfa no John Dramani Mahama say ketua no nso benye adwuma esan se de owo ho no obe ye 8 hours opon a oni nua no so bekwa akwa 8 hours opon a na danfo no oni ni wie school no so bekwa akwa 8 hours nti ye 133 and it is simple omo de ye kire mu sen Sabawumia NTAC okuta PhD no enya wanwa se omo branch executives ebetiase and in dia mayen ha ye ho but dia mi skipping and person me de ma adwe ekoso Ghana Medical Trust Fund enu ye dia be adia enne omo kidney problem omo wu amamu oboniti omo cancer omo wu asthma patients ewu enne dialysis center kokeje tia Kolebu ni okonfanoche kohwe enne asante hini ne esi onkope fundraising ni efensiesie center
asante hini na etu ni ho asi meba asante hini na etu ni ho asi ho
yo
wo ye fundraising dia ma
hospital yo wachire mu enti ni say sanka amamwo ni ye papa anka say edru ho ebi say amamu a omudwini Ghana fo no omudwini ya pomudin ho anka endru bebi edru no John Mahama say or the Ghana Medical Trust Fund eba san fund ni ede adea ye di suso omo kidney yare no ye di suso omo ho na ye di asuso omo cancer na ye di asuso asthma fo because etu de dia ni na depending bebi obefa wo hwe dialysis omuko na hwe price a omutua sabi se nipa ni obi a obimpo obi a odi nachi a obetimi atua ama no obi a wo bi kra na otua kra na obebre enti John Dramani Mahama sa the Ghana Medical Trust Fund eba senya be ya ye de be hwe sa yarefo no but quickly yenko buko marina enra John Dramani Mahama ye bibi and I am challenging on this platform, me free answer baby Amekobi, I'm going to challenge the Communication Bureau of the NPP. Me challenge Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Say oye bema owo bossa onye the Andra John Dramani Mahama ye. John Dramani Mahama di ne huma media houses. U baby. Mu bisa no questions on my answer yan stop journalists be from asking John Dramani Mahama question and so otu ni wo si ho am the youth of this nation say omu bisa na sem and na obia so bisa na sem na de efe ni say John Dramani Mahama gina ne na so kopim so o answer obia ewie if Bawumia can do this
meba and manya nti yes wabra woko from Anthem no so wode mabunu no be hia wo hobio
yes
na omanya akwanya
yes
that your mabuna one cry enya ye
yes
ebisa ne nsem
yes anything am be see if Bawumia e wo boss your friend boss say wo twi mu
sa language you know enye good anopetina na mebo mani a cho say jai
no so that omunja
ka say owa akukodro tiebe relax owa akukodro tie political communication baby amadru no Oma akoma no kosoro wa hwe obepam nkofo relax na fire to aso
unim eya no mu see John Dramani Mahama running away from debate Sir Owa Kukudra, let me put it in the language you want.
Language.
Sir Bawumia ewa akukudra. Onye di endra John Dramani Mahama ye. Oyenso onkoye no wo youth okoye sa economic lectures no omwenim na omumbisa ni the same questions otroma omo anase lectures oma awom omumbisa ni sa question. Endra de efe ni say John Dramani Mahama ekoye program no ewo book comare na onu eno see here from scratch to finishing se Bawumia be ye program sa na we invite youth no mo bisa no question na onko ye no cathedral ayi hall na omo digi no onko gina ono nko
ade ba ko bi so asi nura ne se enra NDC fo nya kwan enya akonya ene mabunu edi nkomo meni MBB dwumadie bi omo ye ya omo boa ma mabunu ebobo nchengusa bibi sa nkoso na meboa
Debio
MBB anya Debbie International Youth Day
and that's at the Youth Day near farm Youth Day farm one come catch a Ghana youth some we lazy Youth Day efa wom ho and come dada Ghana youth say omo ba be create employment na omo ye napco 9 months egunu na kwala youth ni egufie Youth Day no efa wom ho and kenya ni se Bawumia ye complain say ejuma ni over 1.8 million youths are jobless 1.9 youths are jobless na onam with V8 diasa of beat dance youth no emfa omo Bawumia kire say enye youth asem na oka enuti na de bia na omo kasa omo say omo be win election at all means but enye by achievement enye by performance and enye by omo track record no omo winning by all means yensu ye person omo ti ase say at this time in 2024 elections are going to be protected vote amount for be voting here be protected and what Ghanaians want is what we will get
all right it is you know what's the twa to NSA
Masama etwa to on say we are branch executive we are constituency executive we are regional executive and John Dramani Mahama amaye hope now odi amaye ni say ewu hia say ubetu kwan at this moment ayewo amanfo bi na kuji Ghana man si ho edumra yensu ye be gina ye na so nya ko agi Ghana man esi ho mayenka say oh there is no hope because nanado Bawumia government asay your money poto a yentimi nya hwehwe say ye kwa ye man so be ko bia na ye nananum so be ko bia na no it's about time aye nyina ye be gina ho ne akwa agi e man na enra is the most attractive way to understand and love JDM and NDC. And to be a sorry waka, o branch baby awonu, yema groundswork enye juma. And yes, I bet na TV su, and na radio su kwa. Mitiwe miye community and market engagement every Tuesday. And then yami aduma mi wa shaman. Uyo a shaman na uye NDC na nasa uye mebunwa. Join me. Let's win so for the NDC and John Dramani Mahama. Come December 7th, yami aduma. January 7th, na yetu Mahama, na yesweni in as president.
Medase Sahada to Al Hassan, member of the NDC communications team. What an outed in Kabusia for no pay. Wabra Yebo Tonton Sansa with Dwabo Ase our power 97.9. Kaina Kaibio to say the Alamisi Kaino. sese no ɔko a manfo ɔko no nye tuo nye gyan so ɔman bi bɛkyerɛ sɛ ɔwɔ ahoɔden na ɔwɔ tumi na wɔso ɛkyɛn man bi a enye biribi asen sɛ ne sikasɛm eti ensɛm ya wate na no pɛyi ɛyɛ kwan ya dwoma ma abɔ ato hɔ ɛde ba bɛboa na gyina so no ɔman ga na sikasɛm abɛyɛ kokoroko na bɛso akyɛn ɔman bi a wɔnya mponduru saa mpɛmpɛn so no ɛhɔ na dwoma ma ɛhwɛ eti deɛ na wobɛhia Ghanafoɔ no wobɛhia ɔmo maburu wobɛhia nkɔkorɔfoɔ wobɛhia hyehyɛeɛ bɛdi aboa wɔn nyinaa sɛtemamufoɔ di yie na ɔman no nso di yie a ɛna ɔman no tumi bɛnya ahoɔden ɛbɛyɛ kokoroko ɛwɔ wiase ni mu eti sɛ sɛ deɛ nya etuo ɛnyɛ gyan ɛyɛ sikasɛm ɛntɔkwa na ɛkɔ so ɛwɔ wiase mu hwan na bɛdi nkunim Ghana bɛtuma afa ne ntoma pɛfra ne nyina gyina anamɔ a yɛbɛtu wabere a yɛkɔ December 7 2024 mame fa wɔ ngyaw abayewa bi a wɔkasa nnura a na wɔkasa afa women empowerment hia ehia sɛ yɛbɛgyina yɛ maa so na yɛaboa ama ɔman no asɔre yɛgyina no deɛ ɔka yi na mede twa toɔ wabere a yɛde yɛtonton sansan no ɛtoɔ paa hwi
astute leader as she comes and speaks to us. Thank you very much. Karen Na Oyo Forte. Girls, we run this mother. Girls, we run this mother. We run the world. Girls, power, action! I'm so excited to be here this afternoon. I'm Karen, by the way. I love ice cream. And I love my Saturday morning wachi. Of course, with plain shito. Anyways, yes, with Willie. Anyways, this afternoon's conversation is not about my favorite atomic wachi. December 7, 2024 is a big day for young girls like me. And my girls and I want to tell you why. I came here with some of my friends, give tea, adore and encourage women to be great leaders. Breaking barriers and leading should be a norm. Oh, if you are clapping, clap better. Prof. Nana headed UCC as Vice Chancellor. And her stellar performance in that university has contributed to its elevation to prominence as the leading public university globally in research. She became cabinet minister and ended her tenure as Minister for Education, unblemished, without an allegation of even a cedi stolen by her or in her name. This is a woman who was elected to the executive.
A man, ya maya. Ayo, ya ni wom. Ya pasu biaba a Dwabo Ase. Na assembly wo ya mu oka. Na me man ye. Kunsum. Yemfa mu mai. Motrobodo, yemfa mu mai. Mosempa.
Spanish garlic mixture. Now what fena what here drawing cow baby di one dansiana. A draw the sajiga na ha baby ao. Media cram and maybe I make up for fratoni.
Me want a capsules wa. Me head drive a need me tina to the moon in Ayjuma. Me do fear me think I say me move. Me sa enemy na united.
Last one I'm up. And you draw when I'm offering a Spanish mixture.
Oh my, a Spanish garlic mixture. And one ameno. I do a matenka. So me with the air.
Cedric, Mammy, I mean, do what dance and train. Someone drop a cubin sooner. And what Dakamu green. And no,
who can we are
Spanish Ginkgo capsules is good for retentive memory. And now, anti-aging. Hey, me, mammy, now, okay, the channel on Kai.
so mu ja no pay enra no mu sha ase so mu so ja no eja no betoa so eye framantem e ho no omo se menhwe ani mu se omo de Ghana be call level foforo ose omo aye krado e de my excellency John Dramani Mahama wa be na day community engagement bi be ko so aso de na probo e wo framantem no beba na wiye no woni mabunu no so behia mabunu no se menka je Joma ama so my krado ama no e voter region abuso no man kete ni ehwe o bokwan to o se de be ye aduane nya aduane die no e be ye fo ama ye rent na no me ni kodwo pon kroma ka ekasa wo se enwa be hia se wo se ye de hihye bi tu akwa mo se de be ya sikasem beba from na amafo ati benya akwanya no mo so ankasa nya dan a ese foto ho ena dan na ye friend affordable no enukura ni nyame anim ni ya na nya affordable kodwo we works and housing minister she was a rapper get him first also nya affordable
no sanka we say sa rent one when no mo de buy no mo say mo hide down money baby nipa no mo ye hwan mo omo ye hwan mo ye hwan mo
nessa nya to aso
busane mame
to making our motherland a beat abusu Dwabo Ase ni ekua krantema atena se ebra so so ye de infoni kase ye bebere mo we ye bra ye ji adaje na fe de obon krata ni mu nsem no ye bobo so de kire mo ba no pa me ka say Solar Natural Clinic abusu wo mu adokota fo ma bin wo kidney yade mu o ma bin wo liver yade mu o ma bin wo kwan betima fa so na ekua oba ne bema awoi abaye fodia mo etiane to anamo na ko Solar Natural Clinic na kwaja yare sapa papa beto from 055 393 2631 055 393 2631 Mary Ose Jambra does so DH Alex Penso DH on Facebook Live Sansuna aya why sama so DH on Facebook Live Akusika Rescue Mission in dom omudi achi Lydia Thursday and brother Lydia Thursday DH our Facebook Live about Facebook Live now bodia mama saying na tonka asabre brana so akua tena serie ye bewura de obon krata ni mo nsam no so tia o wa ho adwenkyira fa be bata dwumadie na chi se de be dwumadie no be de making kan nyina so e de akya man sa akua kwa ba bi o
ya nu akwa me
e na ekoso nkrata ni mu
nkrata no nsem bebrebe na na ewom ene anope anintin fo ni kase bre na aso mamemfa Ghanaian Times ko wakrata no emfiase ma adehia etie na anope na Andra said there is a NDC Youth Manifesto launch a course no kana mampanyi akogina ase akasaye no ne nsem okanyina ne say se adu bre se Ghana mbebu yenya enwuma pa enwuma ehotie enwuma bebo na se dada sitinemu no aye mbro adi amayen ene ntinyakopon aye aduma je se the next government ne de obeye se enwuma se 24-hour economy no obegina so adi abiabia enwuma na Ghana fo anya biaye enti eno ya anhoba ana assurance a odiama Ghana mbebu eno na Ghanaian Times ko akrata no afebi adi abrain ene anope na enimu anso no maame eye beauty nate ono oye executive director ema eye coalition of anti-corruption just Ghana almost say political parties no ameyoku awudo ni nyina ekasa ekirechiro mu nsemu na almost repass omunsi so na se emboisa na se se dia katasa ne proye se akoso manga ne mu no enya de Ghana skasam no etimi akoso
ekua no kura ne ye ba akopɛ so far manyoku a wagina brane adan ne di se wo ba wo begina ye mamra so ahwe ama ye sika bi a akodi botoboni mu no asa ba Ghana efutuo eye NDC
ameyoku
so far yetie His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia what is our bucket as a prayer
asem kwame onka ahwe
wadan na di
onyanka nsem bia kra no beka no de aka ho
yenka ni penja benfo no se mo ba abonten na mu tufo a mu ba bia mo ba ma futuo na akọ ewo mo se amanyofo no eye true se wo se wo ka cho mo se omoma inki nkonsem ne mo ba wa bra wo kasa na de nokura bi tudwa
nipa enya nkasa na ubom din
ba wo mi nkasa
ameyoku ahodo MPP nkasa we nkasa na se watimi ebe se kama mpanyin da wa kirem so ba se waka kam na sisu dua se sempo na ban mu second come no enya de se ne appointee na se minister bi e de Ghana sika kwa ni bibia emfa sombro mana obejeja ni ntono waka no wa kira na adwene nti wonsam no ebi enono ma yento aso na yeto aso de owura asanso boache ena na je se otwere krata koma Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly so omonhwe mu sisi adan bi e wo be se eye nsuwo mu o so omonhwe no mu njai sa adan ni nyina si esa ne se nya dia ebetimi aboa honsam ko wakrata no e de abetudwa na ne kura mu no e wase ho ena se eye ni je se eye oda nton family enso eche mama twere krata akoma Lands Commission se asase ehonsem bi so mu di 1904
asase ehonsem bi omudi ye
1904 okay efa demarcation bi a share ne honsam da omo sere pass Supreme Court ntwa asem ni biom ansa 1904 judgment no om dia ya je se ya pass judgment 1904 ya adwuma kwa me
on say crime no wo hoyi any expiry date
sir
boni bi anywhere expiry date
sir 1904
mpodie me say 1904 mpodie ye di o na nanu ya adie
enti honsam ana se ko akrata no e de ababetu ya 1904 no nipa ne sele bi da ho ati ase
Allah
I said, kwa mami fa aya daily graphic ko wakrata no ento aso na num no chemu say aya kan ma mpanya akolanche aya NDC Youth Manifesto eno nso nyuma asem no honsam no ko wakrata no ade ababetudwa say Ghana fo enke akoma entu yanyem esanse dan kwa bi ohwa obebo na say 24-hour economy no ama nyuma abo manga no mti honsam ana ko wakrata no so ade ababetudwa ne kwa ase ho a ese na ekolebu aya rosabia no e kirem say aya dialysis machines no efede nyame adom omonya makomako 30 bia ebebeka no matimi aya adwuma na te se eye yanuanom a omo wosaha no omatimi aso ano ntentem abo mo nte honsam awo ha ko wakrata no edi abetudwa sanso ana asem ne ba kwani na asem afi eye Peace Council ho ane say almost political parties no kwa mwesu bedwa omo jai say omo threaten with violence
na no mo kan pay political party for ben NDC are threatening no
yeah threatening ye
Brian Champion party be no wo MPP enfa no ogina MPP dwumadie esipie so en ogina hodo ase en ogina no ka
anya ba kunya
mienu memfa ba ne mamo na enfa mamo kina ya wo kwan bia so ye betima fa ye be wini ense mu
nanu ya
eno enti amonte
na wo kan sa na umbie nkase bia MPP for nse mo kan no eya doso dodo
oh my Ghana ye problem ba akopa the so called intellectuals omo sie so mako school akwa ekire ye problem ba akopa no so wako school akwa ekire it does not mean say efie ntete na ye de ma wo no
so jato
nyame nsuro ntete na ye de ma wo sori da ne da nyina no e wo so wo jato se nyame nsuro wo mumu a mo beka no kura no se de sitie yentwa asem no fa enya fa na yakom nyina afra what are you doing
Sandra utie ayo pariado a oka bibisa say nsam no clergy no ase ne nsam no ba no me ne kataso mwemu aso ai say me wo fasie 19 kro me mia ne kase ba ne yenti no na say me se nsu ogusu kakra ka behwe na kro no age nsamu na say una no yekwa kwatwa enti dia ekoso a enye no say me bi atwa mutimi nya okudro ase kire mo sen aka nsam no kra kire NDC a ana na ewusura wontimi nka ne sa
ene die na musuro sura musuro kire say Ghana yehu sura musuro so mo betima ba bonten abeka ne pain no eya dansidie ni bia wo se Ghana for ye gina so de to wo se ye de to abeti aban wi adansidie ni nie omo ankasa ya adansidie omo ne ye no eya adansidie
akire
se de Ghana esi
nti wonsam ana se eye daily graphic de ababetu dwa ene anope na ye to aso a se eye NLA eso achem se eye lotto no ebi wo ho a ye fa no kokoam ne atwa menim se no banka to banka na omo se nam so ma se omo boka 1 billion nti omo hwe kwan ya se omo timi akorakora na se omo timi atwa lotto ni ye enkodi ankorankoro bi botuma sika no emba nti wonsam na ko wakrata no de abetu dwa
de koso obukom banko no paper ni bia report
obi ankan no
are eno na late intira
na late nti omo twa bi a china na kwa no peba nti ana obi anka ho asem enso ade papa kama pa ene ko so kwam na ase ha no owura bia se eye okadafo bi e kirem so odko adu bo eye aposifo se ebinum afa kwaniasa so akwakoji ni sika ni momo account oma hunahuna no ema se oma gi account no ma sika aposifo ene dey abrantie o se e frɛ na se eye ameto do Emmanuel na ochemsa na anu na je se okada ya aposifo bi eche no eche na se omo ne ko hye kukuamu omo ne ko hye kukuamu na se omo hunahuna no ma ya chew fa wo account na mama ye eno no so isa mpupo nti no ode momo ene ne sika wa account no omo adwiri nyina omo stand mom ho na pabam omo dwane koye
obetimi identify post for yi
so wa kire na even cross sika na ma no mo send sika no go so no sa post for no person mo di achi a ometimi akọ MTN na se document bi a wo so mo ye no procedure no mo trace o se wa koye complaint cantonment bepma den no obi and di achi
aposifo
o se aposifo no eye je se feasibility unit or motor traffic for ibi and I say ne sa won kana ha yi a o magine sika bum sa
o ma popo na gine mo mo na ba ayi musika
asani sika ni nyina de ko nti ahon se wo ha je se eye ametodo Emmanuel na ni abrema papa o sere sa GP enhwe ndi akire ma no ati se wo sani sika mo bi a number no obetimi adi achi na se wotimi ayenhwem na so ene no I say de obi anka ho nsem nti ho nsem ene se onso ade abetudwa ko wakrata no ka ho nsem wo ho no nsi se o ma fa kwani asaso awia no finfira ma omo ni sika nyina akọ nti ho nsem wo ha ko wakrata no ade abetudwa se
eno nsem apostle for boni nso a enam aban hyehyɛ boni nso a o makogu police bu nso eje
kwame wenu ya de omo fa kwani ase bia squeeze ejesa hoɔden kakra bia ka organafuo mu no adwuma mu mo binye wakofo okada kura se tata omo ha na sika na wabomɔden aye adwuma ise bi kakra onu phone so no ɛno nso masan so akwakwagye nti kwame no na asɛm a se da ankoko akrata no ɛwɔ mu mamentoa so enkomanim na yɛtoa so akɔ anim dia na se ɛyɛ ko akrata no ɛde nsɛm abeto yɛkyerem se dispatch ko akrata no o kyerem se electoral commission kyerem se it is a polling station bia no anya hwe kura no 750 and I say voters and the benya akwanja akoto abane bi ewo ho nti no yemfa nto yetirim say polling station bia no 750 anya more than 750 nti say okona sa abro so a utimi eni omo ekasa ewo ho nti osi yemfa nto yetirim nti ukoto abana say odu na say bia register no die wo na abro 750 na say o ma say ayo made ani biom na wa twama dwene so eno acho mo san so say 2024 say elections no anya hwe kura no presidential no say nipa beye 15 candidate din betimi abaso na so mnya ba pre presidential nti ya hwe fanti nti ukona akwaku a na say anya wa because you say electoral commission akatro da nti hunsam na say eye ko akrata no
ekya so te die nti a meye sa na
meti ase pa
o story bia no o kan a question was a Ghana ni bia o kan story question was obusa won say enti die yi say enti die no wanya muaya enya story papa enya story papa baby papa bi kan
no and I say ko akrata no de aba betudwa anope ewo ma mentoa so na menhwe eye the hop ko akrata no nso emum na no e no kirem se sa wo hwa sadia airbus honsam ebaye na nipa bi eso mu kyenkyenen je se nei OSP abomodin a akogire ma kirem se papa no ne ho ni asem no son sa brope je se oni bibia wone cupboard me se etete no ana ehunahuna no nti honsam se atofam kojo nti honsam ena se ko akrata no so nti ehusa papa no kata hye no proye eni na kwan mu
okay
atase
na ni enim
dabi se na yenim kura se anyi ntum this year hwehwemu ena na hwehwemu na ba betodwa ni aso ne atwere kwa yesa ye hwehwemu no ena anu yi aba e ba yeso amuso munyim to de se ye mudai enti kabe eno na nsem na se ko akrata hodo no e de e ba ye ene anopa we kwa me
da se ekua krantwa ye besa chia bio etiene me nantia te se de osase a na wo ye vo abra ye hye adwumadie na se ye nantia bom wa wo hwe bitie me ye nantimom star 274 hash dialysis na sika bi beba bedi ubotom sika ne ye wo dia wankasa wo sika eye mensa ka promo ya o who said na ubo wura 3 Little George health shopper on sabeka 3p garlic mixture menya Dr. Prince Mototi was say Dr. Prince Nelson Mototi o was say oba be cheche nientia 3p garlic mixture no ehia ma ye nyina ba enura kɛse ye title eba hu dawuro wo fia no dodo na obawura Little George Health Shopper ɛwɔ Tema Community 5 onsa bɛka bi ato titiri 3P garlic mixture sadro na yade BS ro no and as for so Little George Health Shop obawura sotori mu a anasa wo adagenti wontimi enko osisi ampo a wodi ade yan se fa hotete fo from osisi e was 0243 140213 bebia wo bia ye de duro no bebra Dr. Prince Nelson Mototi abetra say and I benada braso 3P garlic mixture Piwak Natural Health o medro sonko ba ko a edem nsuno no and one was a man here, Becca. Doc, you're watching one quack. Maybe I made your son pay. Maybe I will call you. When you go, Padaroma. I said, Gallic, I can see what box you want. And I did you're also improving like in the cover. More fire. More fire. Now, Doc, and a dear now, one my head. I don't pay my mention Ghana for Titri or Mamma Show TVXYZ. Power, ATA. Now, Piwak, catch on, you say, a brass will say. Ye dim komo kakra efa ya pom den ho de bia da nipa bia hu ehia nsiesie ewo ne nipadua mu na boa ama apomden mapa atimi awie peye ndi say wo hwe na no pay say wutie na watimi hu say Piwak Natural Health na atena se no pay e de apomden pa dwumadi a ye de som Ghana aboa ama Ghana atimi akọ nanim na se de meka no erinche Ghana beko okuna no aha de ye bompa nyina nsa nkurumdie ebeba ama Ghana atimi edi nkunim ne nyina no ye hia omo a oma pomden betimi ewie peye ama otimi abo adwumaden ama Ghana atimi edi nkunim enti eye me no mienu nyina ena etwa se yesiesie ye ho na ye ma ya pomden mu nsam atimi ewie peye atimi edi emaye de bia meka ye bra ye dwene oman no ho nyina no na ye dwene oman no ni manfo so apomden ho na enoma atimi ewie peye atimi edi emaye edro ba ko ahotoso ne da so mapa wo mu krom ha enei imprempe abo a lot of people party up na watimi hu se 3P garlic mixture 3P garlic mixture ye ka best and alternative natural medicine edura wo no ma emma wo extra benefit edura wo no ma elbo ho ban edura emma wo ene da so ahotoso mapa hwe me ka kire Ghana fo nyina nsem 3P garlic mixture 3P garlic mixture ye drui de bia me kam se enwani no mapa ena yatwetwe na ene yamfa nkeja we any other garlics no na wait me hu say insunsunye kase awom insuo na wo etoyi mu no nya insuo bia ekosaye we is from the plant and I extracting natural vitamin C and I atwetwe ye de alesi ni nwani no ahodo aka ho ndi kan hu say edura wo hu etoyi mu nyina insuo a wo hu nyina no enye se bio ye kosa insuo bi na enu bibi no me sa ka cho say vitamin C and I atwetwe ye ma bibi a aye quality ye ma bibi a aye natural ye ma bibi a ebetimi abọ wo nipadua no ade ba ko ne say enipa bebeto ade but ade na wato no onye mu mfaso South Asia Piwak say ye ma guarantee ye ma onto so ye ma weni da so mapa 3P garlic mixture eye Ghana ye japade ba ko a ehu hia obi bia say ye nya bi na eboa ama apomden mapa etimi ewie paye etimi ade emaye there be sometimes enipa bia no edu ba bi wo ha obehu say umo yedu wa kase du ba bia o enye se bia kase na bia wo pe se bia emra aha but it me ba all because of say bia abusue no mu papa mama side no ade no yeden e wo ho na abusue no kase wo South Asia aha de bia me meka so wo challenge no ho na wonim kwan a wo betimi prevent asia no kwan a eya na ehu hia abusue mu de obi aso na menu de ne kase no ase wa manage ne hu ye pa o utie wa manage ne hu ye pa o enti wo ye nhihye bi wo de no ma bi gua kwan so ene ma wono ne kase wontimi se wone ne nuanom no ase nsusuye kakra bi edem enti de hia nyina na se woni pa bia wo so ebia se wo furu why bloated send them from manage gastrointestinal no immune Piwak say ye ma 3P garlic mixture
3p garlic mixture na edo pay etimi aboa ama wapomodin won se edo nankasa a bit ebeboa shepu kama ama weight no etimi reduce obi kra me bi say na dog mo se 3p onu ma wo so bete na ye na ye hu susu anem ibi America me se obi wo ho ne hu susu a enso bad cholesterol ya ken LDL na enu na ma she no mama wontimi develop.
That's true.
On to me develop. The people accept nya 3p garlic mixture. Ebra wo no maduro no ho. Ebeboa regulate na se bio sister ebia ase wo hu ketenkete wo mu se wo hunam na ase eba ho like wo bomma 3p garlic mixture. No kwasam no say 3p garlic mixture. Die ede daso ahoto so ewo mu. Die Ghana fo mpinimfo ajatum. Sometimes the testimony are overwhelming. Utibi kura na
mind blowing.
In fact, and we appreciate Ghanaians. True, Ghana and forces say yes. Ghana a lot of Ghanaians.
Omabeji
3p garlic mixture tumpa. Nenya say the ye can nya say bia ye can be keke. Ye gina bibi na ye debi. Ye can ade what resource. Edura wo no ma ema ho to so ni and that's so mapam. 3p garlic. De bia me biggest joy and I say ade ma manage say dog no my friend adui Yankupon Shano Kra Dawson Kra is enough even for me.
Yeah.
That yes. And the 3p and yam in 2 me free India memo. And $1. Baby adui akosria. I come into by 1st September I
can feel it.
Yes. Say the economy dear. My manager. I
can't minimum
because in no pa because and the Jenny Pankwa.
Yeah.
So yes. But baby $1 no edi
document kasapi ye utimi ye
kasapi enti 1st September Ghanaians ehwe say e benya increment kakra enti omo ntiase ya mame
say na de beto so
enye mage won say drugs na vary bia stores no obia ne said bia ne Ghana ye price margin no metimi aka bibi wa ha ba obedu obi store mu no
na bibi foforo
na bibi foforo
fiso no so etu anama beto no kakra beto so
and there's just a little margin kakra say they betimi aboa ma ye quality drugs na ye nyina ye nimu no yakwaso aboa ma apomden mapa e bia na no pe wo hweme na wakoma etan ba wo pelepele woni so etan bi o pa edu ba bi wo tim say sister why boho edu ba bi a wo tim say hunam no ma enko yesa Mr. Piwaksem 3p garlic mixture eboa ebia na wo BP do make hypertension high blood pressure do bia wonum ye nu pay ya 15 minutes obetimi afa sa BP do not me wanom se wo bibiduro se wo brofuduro wonum ye duro na obetimi anam sa nu nyina dem etimi aka ye nu ye ho ama wapomuden etimi ewie pay etimi edi amount 3p garlic mixture 3p garlic mixture de me se na make no hwe nipadua na ye hu no sa no ho dan efin yare ketenkete bebam gen cost na strengthen the immune system especially ye free July and abagas you say the weather na yare ketenkete no phone ekeka obi but say who resilient immune system a fighting foreign invaders said the month how nya den yare ne beba de so say but who say immune system a fighting resistant come on am wapomuden nya 3p garlic mixture na emwa wapomuden entimi enwepe me ne wo kase bia na sichiare diabetes na hawa piwaksem ye nu pa ye de badwaman so 3p garlic mixture no wonu a wo fa nyina no obetimi no ye nu ya ka ho na aboa ma wapomuden etimi aboa ma no makoyi waposo kotoju hunam to sister do bia say ko ase ya so jawo video mu edu be say kwana chi pa ase so pa ya wo ya ekom edu to asant no ha atwetwompa 3p garlic mixture 3p garlic mixture na Ghana for ma mesra pa ma cho say edu ba kwa hotoso ene da so ewum oba sabi enyanyin se na oba fa na enye menopause na aka oba de ubu nsa sister me power cho mesra na opay say wutie xyz na unse bo menses enkoyi a menam sa kasafidie so e ka trolls anono pay wajibre wutie me na wo hwe me e kwa me nka show you say 3p garlic mixture me say me ye can the mema resource de wan kasa won say menses emma sabi me say enyanyin se na wafa ena enye me no enye se watwa bra but menses na emma 3p garlic mixture wo de anuma do pay bi na oba sabi wo be hu de se uhu na emwoma wo baye entimi enwe pay is guaranteed. It is trusted. 3p garlic mixture and then you can pharmacy drugstore across the country na pay no pay bia ubenya bi na etimi abo ama wapomuden etimi akuyi wo call eye of akojo heba e wo tamale opposite tamale taxi rank meka sumo vision is now electromat nche hope ubenya bi wo wa mo na we enterprise opposite waka trader so be 3p garlic mixture kumase Danny Heba, Colinak, and a Chris Kim. Ubenya 3p garlic mixture or not no matimi akoye edi amount. Who attack my joy our market cycle. Attack say chance will feel command AA mensa market cycle when 3p. Who are bet some who go for the Gapson Pharmacy. Gapson Pharmacy total 2 and a Bernal Pharmacy. Oh, I am Coco in the mountain. Isaac Drugstore, Isaac and a Hillside Pharmacy. A Shamai Ekus Ewa Shamai. Now Udu Tema Community 5. Late George Ewa Home. Now Wako Jude and Anomatimi Akoye at me the amount. Angel Heba or Kanshin. Ubenya in the pay be na etimi abo. A do back one a relaxo. Ma ultimate that sorry the next day. Emma Wunya one in Fufro. Campia Dusi. Me pato Ubibia. 3p fashion bag no ukwa na oda support to 0248 92 88 24 0248 92 88 24 and say 020 100 another 0021 020 100 another 0021 3p garlic mixture or say a naturally organic Yaribias through
Yaribias through doc now to send a message you not and come on baby at the two ya pick out a floor a message you that's it said you'll see poor Ghana right what trenso you know yet to was September drop ya be cabo mabuam na ye exactly more fire Dr. Prince Nelson Mototi na ten in Kano Kofariba, Emma, Piwak Natural Health. Woman at the 3p garlic mixture, Abadjama Swa. Cedroy Oba, Wobrano, Emma. Just how do Bra was a, Mojani, and answer, menstruation time, no. A do sad time now, yet din the amount. And the Dr. President also Mototi say, would you pay 3p garlic mixture, no? Oh my, best sense with that day. What if you can say, I don't send me a bar, one son of a bar, a year, Dr. Akiwo, and a idea be a course within the various civil servant and as a civil service, I buy you my hot work on my Ghana. But Obia sending a message was a Kwame. Some a me bubo dean of the list of die-hard MPP members or more Pharmaceutical Council or more taking cophobia, womusu yemu. What Casapa yes, why NDC ni? 1990 bi na chiaka krabia why NDC no say some a casa me bubo mudia. O se ba femo, ba dia ba kwa wo se wo ka manato Ghana for 3 minutes say. Ya said that your mam ashe dibre kasia e betima ye easy ama manya sika. Ama se o ma be ye MPP party no financiers. A mo bua mo party no akọ manim. Ena wo adwuma mu no so omo mani nkọ adwuma ne yo so omo fa ketaza ne project kwa so edwiri sika no kogu omo botom wo mo wie nso a na adwuma efo no ye nante mu ne ye kasa mu no se wo mo nkasa esusu mo dwen se omo ye NDC fo a no ma sase tata ye kwame sade we tu antwa wanhwa bibi kase bi besi ewo eye civil service ni mo we ye message up what the about mami mo din eti ye be di etie na de be ye fa ho bia no ye timi aye basabre Dr. Akiaba was in semi nyina no ekowie se eni daso no ewo ho enfa na wo eni daso ho heba doc ye wacho makwaba
ya icha
bogode
nyame atom
Tuesday ni ye tie we
tie di kan di nchie mo den ene ye de ma obibia asara me sha ase na 0559 901234 0559 901234 me papa utie me enne no e ba be sesemu kakra aha nti enne de enne fantini be se me surprise why Munim say ye buy nika sanana ye babe kan menua wutie menua me papa me maame ye see krumbe ye oda en ubotum sa so na wiase be ye ufa enu ni weni mesrew entena se ema eniyade ema mbeje wo sombo so na enkasa mi hu yanka esanse mi hu yanka wo hoyi eni anwedro me paocho nkrofo bebre na e feel say ye betimi akwa amanone akwa akọje ayarhwe mapa ebi ni ebibi memu ha ane nanso yese ekro bi ewie krotia ye kokoko a ne yasan aba isan se fie ni fie eho ha na ye babaji efe ni sen ayarhwe na bebi bi akope na ye baji ayarhwe no mekire idida so o herbal clinic ye waterbora wolako junction eho ena sebe aborofo po etimi eba esoma ema ye baji ndro edebro mo umpewe na apeden Germany for agiatum de den say inti sana friend saying almost surgery ade nyina entimi amoa mum ebibidro so a na eno ne enidaso o herbal clinic mesi omonti ye hujai menua wotie mi entenase wate udie no say high pressure glaucoma and as a retinal detachment and I hawa mesre say udi weni be kire enidaso herbal clinic empo say e book you say bra na yenye surgery ebia laser and now say ye cataract yen yimfi we so and now say say pressure abanti bra na yenye surgery glaucoma yenye surgery mesrawo catch mo say wate nanso opese wo ba elder Dr. Edward Owusu asuyeye mechire enidaso wo herbal clinic na obeji ayarhwe na onyankopon adom obefa yeso ema weni no so ate weni na ekeka wo no weni na epurunsuo no ni nyina ebeye obroni beka say a thing of the past mesraw numbers no 0559 901234 0559 901234 ene asema amede ba anase nia me ba beka ho asem mesrew menstrual disorder ye ka menstrual disorder enukra ene dey mesrew se sebe wo maayom ebetwetwe asi obi wo ho a bosome no ebia emfa ne say 28th ena obenya the next month no ubun say akwakosi ebia on the 2nd and on the 3rd ebanisa enye normal eno ena etimi e cause one fibroid esan say then say one hwe ya ebo the friend ntoa entoa bon say Canada bro ni friend cloth no na form gradually and one thing about menstrual disorder no so say one it ain't show entimi nchiraw eda efan say bia mama protecting me home and pese bia and I say birth control me can say birth control me try say awo enchichemu say mama because etimi failu at any time and at the yade ensunsuanso udi agra menstrual disorder etimi lead to menstrual cramp ne ye oba ubon say sebe obuninsa esan se aye mojatoa nintino anansa ngaba kwa me aye ntento abontoa nintino ubon se eba oti yaw obi emens se ba na excuse me to say otwadwo otimi bra ubon se ocha say wati edro we no wakonom enye ne fault because ope ayarehwe ana opa ayaresa opo ade ebe masa bi pain se no eba ni sa painkiller ade ofa no we ubekọ otimi keka painkillers be 3-4 edibum eba ni sa kidney no eso na oma eho aba problem me maami a wutie mi se ubebi e wo menstrual disorder ne bra no etwetwe sisi emma wano ana se emra e wo se eba no ubon se esesasesa emma ne nya wo se eye normal ena de ba ko esan eye hu a e de fibroid bebre eba yenuanom emma no so se obi wo ho a waye ne mensesa 3 days 4 days office say normal me patcho there bi unnim nyansa ensin onyankopon ye ne say 7 days at least when yakra na enya 6-5 days na wetimi e de etwa nenso obi wo ha onya mensese nde acha ochina echi no mensese na etwa esrew fibroid na ekpo enka ye me patcho we mu nyina na e de yade ya efre no ectopy e de ba no nyame ambemu a owu a na oba na ewu owu a na wo de akɔhye bɛyifuo bi sɛ bɛyifuo bi a ɔte ne baabi a ɔdwen ne ho ɛna ɛyɛ wo bɛyifuo bi anyɛ wo tuanamo na bra enidaso wɔ herbal clinic ne yɛma wo nduro na sɛbi wo mensɛsɛ no ɛntotɔ na akwan mu pɛpɛɛpɛ ɛsɛ hɛ de bi ameka ɛma ho nyame nhyira mmaa esan sɛ hwɛ bosome aso anaasɛ bibi kure twa oketua bi a wo hu mogya no hwɛ de we ɛteɛ na bosome aso na saa efi mogya fi we ebefi mu na ɔno de ɔsɛ mogya fi ne sɛ ɔmma ɔmo ɔba bɛka hɔ ɔka obu nso ɔba fɛfɛɛfɛ nefu asɛ sɛ bi ɔnyem aso bɛkom na ɔnyem ɛyɛ fibroid kyɛ sɛ kɔyɛ wo surgery yɛ kɔyɛ wo sɛ mepa ɔchɔ mesrɛw young ladies ne kra na sɛ bi mi sumo ɔmo sɛ bi bosome so a na yɛ kem na ye kem wo bɛkɔ na obi muni wɔ ne mpa so ai sɛ wenya ye ifun yadeɛ ɛnyɛ saa na onyankopɔn ɛde bɔ wo ɛno nti no wo ba bi na ɔbrɛ from menstrual cramp and menstrual disorder ɛyɛ 0559 90 1234 0559 90 1234 and ayadi another thing that science so this things in aba eye dear friend cervical infection asebi edokoro emma anase etimi emma omosebi menses no emma esa some of the fungi and bacteria na eko ba wase no me pracho eba ne sa e cause a lot of problem to Uma yeno edidi wase to mo say time e say moja ne ba no now there are blockages sometimes enye bibia o enye befobia na oye wo eye blockages of a friend say no part now blood no ebefi beba no ubehu sometimes ubenya o discharge white is discharge and other stuff ni nyina ade a edi wunya nti wo ba eden na ebetimi ayama wo yebema wo aduro ebekwa ko biebie kwan no that is baby amuja fi no sebe ebe fi beba no eba ko biebie ho na ewia esiesie wo ba yomu na wosusu wetimi afa wo ho na wa friend saying bosom ne so a wetimi akọ through menses no very easy and na ye share the father's topic because we brain na eba ya so ye and oba o say doctor mitimin that say bosom na ebe so na me dwen ho esan say me be ko through yawo mu mesraw onyankopon the only yawa odema oba say o say wukom eye wawo uwu ana wawo mu mesraw wanka say bosom ne so na say sebe ubu wonsa e was say ofa through pain no enu ti mesraw wo baby ana say ye wanka sakra friend number no 0559 90 1234 0559 90 1234 Mr. We a bema na say infection adokrowa bema sebe your friend is saying when your infection mature syphilis gonorrhea friend any UTI mature urinary tract infection bia sebe etimima obema as obema na etimima obema no shrinki ana ema ne fon eye kete ema ahoden no so a ewo mu na onyankopon de ma wo a sebe utimi ede ye adwuma no ahoden no so etimi ye den eso te eno itimi nua da se ne a wutie mi anopai me paucho eye enkomode infection etimima obi bodam infection etimima obi bodam sebe infection etimima obi ye friends saying childless infection say infection about so na when treat ya obefi say obi ato wedro mesra obi anto wedro infection to me cause burning sensation won't me show ni nyina a infection etimi ma wo discharge as bema me paucho infection ema pre ejaculation and infection say catch on niama infection so bra kwa mate unim say infection for any penny infection ya ni fra bebre na eye problem bebre ya obi wo ha or the infection or the awoneba to most of our band be an banana yellow. So see na we dey no dey nufu nsuo there be my treat infection. You treat infection ni we are onyame adom ho beto oba no ho beto na ya Ghana infection free country. They say 0559 90 12 34 0559 90 1234 ya Tabora Walako Junction Tabora Walako Junction saa so na Kumase your Kwadaso Estate Park Takrade your Archbishop Porter Girls Mr. ye adwuma efiti adwoada ekosi memeneda fa infections ni nyina ni weni problem ni nyina bra na onyankopon be fire so asaw yare ye da wase se waye aso etie nyame ya adoma ye won da sende
me da say doc Dr. Akida Oten and Carefree and da so wo heba ebusu Dwabo Ase ni power 97.9 kaisa mi di kan catch us obo wura Little George Health Shop and akasia ye tabo wo de wura wo fiase no unsabeka bi ato 3P garlic mixture Dominion herbal powder Hola herbal mixture and a face of Mesakil Memedro Kesia Pano unsabeka bi ato ewo ho ko mixture sadro na boa esiesie wo bana wodi efie dumienu na adwene no emma se wo sua dia eka emma ne tibi dia adwene ye normal awanwaso no unsabeka bi ato ho enuane nu eboa ma hoden betra wo pom unsabeka bi ato Little George Health Shop Tisere Mekane Tema Community 5 or the PV of being run about name Presby I saw down in Tem from 0243140213 and I pay Winima make cancer 21st clinic a sciatic expert or twice it did him call Namuro no Nasi one or yaw now with tea and one sciatica and the Bauda 21st clinic I share your beer now I had from 0540 311 0540-311-311 21st clinic omwane sciatic expert no ye bawura eye Lawson Herbal na Virgin Sana betrasia watch out at ifitei enye kwa enije aba man muntra na ninji ya ni ameka kire no Virgin ansai
opanyin kese Awurade adome ho
what idi am de frɛ ho
me ho bibi
ma fa sa na nka ho
some ya Virgin
o ya Virgin
na me se ma shefita
uso sa probe o sa so
ka wo bi ani
Virgin Sana dia na ko
mini abem ade di kan anopa me so
baba for so are cute
sa okay na say cute bi an so ya de edi mu kakra o cute bi ebu ono ma look handsome ya de ado hwe me a on say man je say fans na no mo de ma me ya me nem kurum kura ya yesi be say o ma me che na nim say TV so aja ne power for mama for hwe mana
wow
mi tisi nkran bonten so a Virgin Sana no ma me bi ohun mi ona ya oba TV no so no unie am say ya me sa
we Virgin no person sorry
so we Virgin o se ni sister ne ma me di o mo yada me sa nti obeto do no ba ko obepe Lawson mixture no so ko ka kire o ma me se wa be hu me
wow enu endia
o opanyi gase ni nyina ya wo e se wo di asem be ba wo
madani kwagu vrebo anyway
obanyi yanchi atiefo na ye na ahwefo ase nyame ya adoma ma wiki no asa akwa abatu ebie ma na o se de ase de banyankopon na onipa nso ho no ma wo hwe apomuden wonsam ye sanse obra ye bo nyina de bia no de meka ne se o se nipa wo se nyankopon na danda nyina omo ahode na otimi ko adwuma so na de wo tirimu ana obota yesu oni so no etimi bem na yarewe bi ama mebo anto kete so mesrese sa bu bi a wo hwe me a wo temi nka e wakasa vidie yi so yin eye mo som for Virgin San me na no pay matenase a me no obedi nkomo e de afa nupa ma akoma yensa Dr. Lawson Chimenu aka the Virgin Dr. Kofa Baya ana CEO a wada Lawson Herbal Center no e de abadwaman so a ye de so Ghana man ye de kutiarewa mesan so asrese Lawson Herbal Center opi akira kwan a ye wokumase ebua kwa Kena ye se wokumase ebua kwa Kena sanso na maamo Accra isanse ahano eye Greater Accra Region na yenso ye pese ye ne mudin sawoso na maamo pharmacies herbal shop mo pe ye nupani bi egu ho na amanfo nso aba mo nkia benya bi no mesrɛ your telephone number say didi dwuma no e the screen ase e na mo mesrɛ mo mepam cho mo de akoye yare nkurankro a etiti omuni padua ma mano no mu nro tutu anamon kwa ba bi eni kwan se mo kɔ na yare no still na enko no mesrɛ Fred Dr. Lawson na ni nkomo number ne 0242 133577 0242 133577 0248619999 0248619999 medical catch you say enro ne ya miensa yɛwɔ Lawson herbal mixture ɛna yɛwɔ law care herbal mixture san so na yɛwɔ mɛmɛ dry ato ne din Lawson delay man capsules enu ne miɛnsa nyinaa ɛwɔ all the 16 regions ɛne pharmacies ahodoɔ ɛwɔ Ghana ha yɛtwe ho ahyia no wokɔ abenya bi na anɔpɛ ne deɛ mene udi kan akasa fa ho yɛ duro a yɛato ne din Lawson herbal mixture Master Kwame Lawson herbal mixture yɛ bibiduro yɛayɛ na mamrɛ kwan so si yɛka bibiduro a ɛyɛ ɛne sɛ yakofa hama yafa nuabena yafa inkohini ne yakabom dia but obi nso wo hodom a wose mempa bibiduro na menuma bibiduro a na ayi misi but say ni pakro na so wo mpa bibiduro no me pese me busa ne se oye bibi obroni ana oye bibini se nyankopon bo wiase no wose edua na ode amaye no yeni aduaba na ye dai ewo mu no na hama na ewo so no yemfa nse ye ho yare but ye hwe nei suatena nimdia kwosoro enua kura si yemfi kirachi a ebema mframa ye betimi atibi aposade ye aduro bi a na ye twa ato atwe but nyanti ase ne gidie se abibiduro ne aduro a ye de ewe abibrem haye no na ye fitete ye nananom ba ye nom ye a ye nya ahode a ebesine etu so wonu maduduro but kai wutirim wudi kwansusu a wudi nyadoa wudi jene na sa wudi kakumba na wewe carrota jene no kra no enya bibiduro ni bia batusu unia bibiduro woko hospital doctor so wa shotu moja ana woni moja enti aya atadi nyadoa tadi kontombre ene kwansusu abebiri organic foods no aduane na nyame abono na mani paduane nya from now see ya bibiduro de hama ye na wonnom ade wudi nya bibiduro na wonnom ene jaide ni ehwe wow but wonnom lo say heba mixture ya di ne different mako 36 ene de aye sa lo say heba mixture me ha mani kura Master Kwame ye de ba adwaman so e di 15 good years baby abekọ bi a obekura say duro we no obi abeka de wonom a wanya de efrim na wona ya mepesa munum bi no eye mo a mesra mo moda sori a monsa eya na asensene eya asensene a wonsa so anu mienu ana miensa na akeka atoso eduruma bi a eya wuntimi mpejam na wo bobena eba ne sa obi a ni wonchen a wo de wonsa we na ewa ahoden no na wo di peja eduruma bi abonse ewo hono ma ekwa ni mi o wampa dupa anum nti no 121 na mo anka hospital nti no enam so na wonsa na wo di tinimu na nso abekeka atoso se koba ne sa wo se anansi achew wose wonan ene wonsa asensene obi kura trans kakra na wona ase atatai ukotodwe eduma bi ana ahono na echia enam so to asintiri na etwetwon ede setaya na ababe so osisi wo trans kakra bi a osisi na mututu mesraw wa wutie manopai na de mi ka nyina wo hweme na wo sabi wo ni padue nim no mesraw tuamika kopela ose heba me hya na kira kwan weni adura Dr. Loss na keka nubuna mani nkohina bom ye de aye enti mesrese mo amoto keteso a muntimi na anajo eya mu nipadua emu hyehye mo emu tutu mo woda soro free keteso a wapo no wapo so na ye wo ya wo chiri kase eya na emu tutu ahututuo sasabro mesrewo wodi ya na kwa ye rheumatism a pelose heba me hya fa ye wodru media me se weni aduru a me da ne dan nyina me no ma me nya ahode be kasa kire mo kasa fidie so nanka yase aduroi se ye ba TV so ne ye ho atoye ya ene yase anka ye nko aye ne yase ye banom de a anka Dr. Loss ne won fa nom Ghana man anka ye ne abusuafo nko na banom Loss ne heba mehya ye pesa won so ti apo na nso nya yaresa na watimi akọ adwuma so akọpe wa no aduare na dan nyina woni padua anka se na wom na nya ahoden na wati woni padua kwa no ayefe erutina Loss heba mehya ye de abadwaman so enti mesrese mo amonso mo de na durumra bia eya na mepa chow ye nuanom trotro drivers ye nuanom MTT difo ye nuanom mason fo carpenters adwadifo ma mesra muntie me ye kukuru ye tentam wo baduru fia no ye bohu edurumra bia bra wa brenti no wutimi nsore ene wako adwuma ba Loss ya ba me hyankoa ne yeduru a minim kura ne me papa Dr. Loss ne se me ba virgin san bra me nkire wade was we kum nim we ya mahogany we ya kokrodo so we ya yalo we ya bomogu achi we ya moringa we ya nim tree we ya kokwa aman tie nua na me no de kasa no nyagidie wo mimu nenya rehemu wo mu se Dr. Lawson ne ba virgin sanu nko a ne ba kasafidie so a yetimi ma wonya ntiase nyagidie ne rehemu se eduro no ya na mamre kwan so a yemfa kamika bi amfrai mesemi ntum futuro no Ghana fo ani da enti Lawson he ba mesha de wo a wo de akoya honam ne yare na wonom Lawson he ba mesha to amienu kopim ne nan so ne num so no yare no na afri ni padua no nya ahoden enti Lawson he ba mesha na dodo na di hu adanse afra ne se de oyada stroke kata so a wantimi nsore nante no wonom Lawson he ba mesha to edu no asore enante de okuta poma nom Lawson he ba mesha etoa enum no atopoma ato atwene ni nyina ya aduro no papa eye hwe aduro no ho adanse mesra wa bra ni nti aya afrem number na yeni nkomo ne de aka no esan se bra ene de kasa number ne ya 0242 133 577 0248 619999 mesra Lawson ya ba mesha kro ya wa wodi akoya chidi yare malaria untimi ndidie wa yo boho no Lawson ha ba mesha ni betonom mesra waduro ne buanya den ya dwe Ghana fo ho eboa no wo fam dia usika kura ubiaro ubenya ato na mom hya no so se no madupa na oni padua no enye fe oni padua nyina so no enkase na wo mu nya ahoden dia toso mienu aya local ha ba mesha all right local ni adura ya dikutia na mu nsayare e wo kurom ha master Kwame infection
enamu
ensayare ewo ba so ewo be ma so empanimfo ato sa yare di se ebe oba so efre no odipua se ba be ma so efre ne baba so sa yare wo ba bi se meni be ma bi ne kwadi nkitamu anan hyiamu na nam so ma me konya bi be ma bi se wo ba bi amde me ho kwaka no na nam so ma me konya bi eye no kre ba titiri pa ha ye no eye public private aye koso wo kwa onse ya na sunye nitinti heat na free sroba no
na form
oba no enna form na no ya dinti no oba no kotoa na abawru ahimfio enam so no oba no durumra bi a because of sa heat na ekobawru ahimfio na kofa odepu awa moa no aba no oba na ahimfio akeka no edurumra bi a na nsansa abeguo edurumra bi a na nsuo fita bi tine wo ho wo ba bi a ya han mo odepu anti no woni atinka oni feelings wo koba manti ya no wo suro wo ya oba tiemiye wo hweme local ni adura Ghana West Africa Yamana Bodin Simba Business Excellence Africa I was ekoma local heba mixture entu eni adura oba wonuma yadunu futine asasuhwam ni akopa enua bi natural spices ginger no lemon ne hwentia ni ade aka ho a wonuma ekokum kura wo oba ahimfio me ka kire Ghana fo ma se ode pua no ma mututo nku ne samna de wura ahimfio no munyai enya na aduro no no madura ekwa ni padua ni makokum emoa na ewo ni padua nim na clean body nim na flash system nim na ma oni padua na emoa na brase entu oba usu ye chinyifu a wo pasa da bia wa himfie wo dry na enkabone ma wo de pua na bi ma oni padua nim no na oni padua ba luku size oni padua na ba ya from baby a fon ba ya akese na watimi akwa be ma ne nchen na be ma na timi age wo so no nom local haba me shane etoa me yensa ekopum enum so wuni padua no ahimfie ona ebeche ebeka close ebe dry ebe ya wensin be ma ne ba obeka di obeka bi obeti obi beka se bia ya duro na ade no enya duro ahimfie ho ni nyina ya local haba me sha be ma wo de akoya baba so kraman wo Johnson tentem na obem ehhehyew eduru me bia wo Johnson ntimi ma no waka wa panta yesi so eduru me bia wo Johnson na ma pai mienu so ba won tafo hweye ne amfa pipe anto obemanim mesra peloke heba me hya na kira kwan awalefo no maduo ni mom weni eduru a ede ane gie eba be ma no wo ba ntem na be ma timi gi wo ba etum na be ma nso asiesie wo ma masem timi ba enti mesra se ko pharmacy ne heba shop ba bia no benya bi number ne ye 0242 133 577 0242 133 577 0248 619999 dia medi twa oto na masore so na meni apanyi Master Kwame ede so mpato a wo so no ɛne nsɛmpa ka ho no ɛyɛ delay man capsules saa delay man capsules wei manum bi minim secret ewom enti me se bama bia won pesa wo bema ebekɔ light off na wo pesa wo hia wo bana wo delay na wo wura kodes no oba ne timi ho dwiri no no oba ne timi nya ne peak no oba ne timi fra wo se mi wura ana darling no fa delay ne ye wo duru we ni mama duru asese amrante na nya arohyemu enya gidie ankɔkorafo kora tonom because said delay man capsules we dia me power ho no say master kwame ada bia me virgin san me numbi no
yeah
enya adwuma instant
okay
anopai manumbi me se bosumi bia me no maako me di siesie me mema yo because some me be ma ba wudi enkamaso a me di ti asem kensi entu we delay we ya manum akabe ensia na wom sensia na manum mienu anopa mienu anwumere be 3 days me wie na se me wie a me chen bonga eti na yedisie no
yeah
me virgin san minum delay a minim se dunsukuro akoma wura krama kwate damnam ododiar ewom ne 20 ninti no me so oba bia no wa wo hia me ame wo betimi atwimi condemn me pila wo mema wafe obaji wani so enti ba ma bia wo pese owura connect no fa delay ne ye woduro number ne ye 0248 61 9999 0242 133 577 enuori ya miyansa mabono tofa aka ho asema kire wo bema wo pesa ho ya dente sa meme virgin sana minsuro wo ba bia na mi kosile no ma mi mu atenjia no nunuori miyansa nyina bo matatai wo ba wo pesa luku sexy na wunya wo shape na bema ne ato so abo no nomloka heba me chane lo se me chane ebom conformance ne heba shop benya biato 0242 133 577 makra efiada besanso o minu abe manchen nyame ya adoma ye be hia baba
ye be say hia bi o virgin sar ye dase ene nkomohwema odi abra na no pay wabra wode lawsen nkomo no abra delay man capsules law care herbal mixture and afenso lawsen herbal wanyina ye nura Obowura drugstore, herbal shop, pharmaceutical shop on Sabekabi. At Abusia Brasso, or mine tenasiano. Yana Dr. Peter Boama Otukono, and a Babedinkomo, Ediafa and Ra. Omusai, Edixe Gana Mabunu. Na Abaye, a pam enkomo, a pama eda, and this Yamanyoku, and a Gana Mabunu intem. San Semi Omusai, a kind, say, Mabunu ni hauno, and no mobejina so. Eri aye adwuma ye be pense mu wabra ye be wura nkomonim abi you think say you get it power kai say Dr. Peter Boama Otukono aye director interparty and CSOs edema NDC amanyoku no falling and Brasara no make say health alert clinic omuguso akono heba say ye ulcer say ye furumukro yare which is ulcer say ye typhoid fever say the morning abesha so abeya akwansidie amu apomoden wonsam malaria wonsamu nemu honam nyina hwehwe fayade nyina akodan mo health alert clinic na nyawa yaresa and afenso honam atutu utia paiwo unom pemu nsam fere nyina akodan health alert clinic na jiwa yaresa oye dwa fridwada kosi fiada dwada kosi memenda sabe kafra dwada kosi memenda efra no pa no so kosi nonum Jomecha kwa Medina, Poku Ase Kasua, Ashaman, and Atakrade. Which are from 0242518893 and 0242518865. Health alert, Yakwana Heba. Agbozo Heba Clinic and Sosemen Kanche, and Memani Titru said, Mumba wuna dokota asu ya sarabeya ahotobeba sarabeya wa hoden no ebetiba san babio wode pemi anu apatira to fom wode pemi anu akirimu ahwe ho e ma no so metima ba hobi wode poor candidiasis white ya betene te je Agbozo Herbal Clinic al kwashiman oben ahimfie no ubetima fra dokota 0241 750282 and 0557 402 96 0557 402 696 Agbozo Herbal Clinic woman no ya dan ho abazie o TVS Rise menko ba bia Dr. Peter Boama Otukono ofia ha ya ne be hye nko twetwe na ase but live on Boa mo to kono beba betena se na nkomo twetwe no ya hyase ano no na answer na myself for me ko bukom boxing arena na yenhwe no ma bia His Excellency John Dramani Mahama edan na di wa bra no de mabunu ne kasa kai se wonya bra jebre ema no ho kwan ema mu bisa ne nsem ni bi nie eni nya no eni etwade oyi.
Okay, let me take this guy in the green shirt. He looks so eager, and his beard is imposing. So,
good evening, Mr. President. I'm from the Savannah Region. My name is Dwabo Ase. Savannah Region, our main economic activity is farming. Mr. President, I want to ask, inshallah, 7 December, you come to power. What is your plan for my people in the Savannah Region who are mainly doing farming? What I realize is that even after the support you might give them, to be able to produce more, to salvage our food inflation that is sitting 47% now, what are we going to do to also prevent post-harvest loss? Because I remember when I was to enter senior high school, my dad has to exchange 3 bags of pepper for my admission fee, and the rest went waste. So I want to know your support to the farmers in the Savannah region, and after they produce this food, because we have abundance of land, and we are inviting all investors to come and do farming in the Savannah region. After we making this food available, will there be market for this food to be sold so that our farmers can get some income? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yeah, that's a home question, because I come from Savannah too, so it's a homeboy. And the question goes directly to me, because I don't only come from Savannah, but in Gunsunu, where my mother comes from, I have a big agricultural project there. I'm doing about 200 acres of soya bean and 100 acres of yellow maize. And so I know exactly what you're talking about. Now, one of the interventions we're giving to farmers is that they do not have...
Okay, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama no utie said ye was shas say wo beyi ensem no no wo de onu ankasa esi ho e ka chen say de wo kan mi wo mu bi me ni say de esitie na ye ni suade hunu nie. Dr. Peter Boama otuko no e wa say ye ne no asase a ye bedi nkomo ano no director MCSOs ne interparty advisory, right? Emma NDC amanyoko no ono na ye ne no etnase a yedi nkomo my twin brother doc ye mo ache mo akwa
my twin brother meje also
nyame na daro me ho ye na wonso
adom nyankopon amaye eda foforo ya moja di afusani edi asedanko a ne ayeye ne eze de ma no na ba ko na akokam
ka kam no so no amudan na di ere chairman say nyina but ye ntimi ni nkomo we wa bra ye nkasa mfa said ye masi asa aye bibia abakwasam be kai mo minim me no me 80s for ibia makani pe me 80s for ibia na ye 80s for no ye every bra ye ba be sisabre ye hunu bi da wo man ga na abakwasam mo sa manyokuo bi a wo petumi edi da bi asi wo say me ne mabunu di nkomo na ye ni so ade hunu ya dan na di edi a chom ni o makwa pam wo wie nso ne flag bearer enya bra ma ye e wo bia yo aye bokutubo say ye mebisa ne nsem ebi nsi da na ebi esi da
yo ne edi kan NDC ya amanyoku a sebio ne ye bia no e abakosem because ye dwenhwe kan and yenye party asebio ye sorry ani aye bibi keke. We value research and we value knowledge. We believe that our mind be no knowledge economy. Inti no sha amanyoku no bibia ye bia no ye ne kane bibia be just track from expanding our electoral college, bringing an inclusive government, even my department. Then this depend the head the only party as is here unita.
That's right.
Department dealing with interparty and civil society relations. It's yepen ye work corporate affairs office. You engage various groups and so on and so forth. So we do things with deep thoughts. Ye dwen ho ansane aye. Na the same thing is amanyosem evolve. na sabio sɛ wamanya sɛm bɛgyina yi a ɛgyina ɛkwan a wobɛtumi ama temamufo ate wase adi wachi ɛwɔ wamanyo yɛ no mu na ne esi nra no ɛyɛ ne baako no ka hu sɛ ɛnra ɛyɛ abakɔsɛm deɛ nanso so no esi at a very right time led by the right person because Ghana yɛ national youth policy ne edi kan pa apart from near a champion yeah NLC time yeah wo mamu 2010 was led by President Mahama. Sam no a vice president on the launch national youth manifesto a national youth policy for the first time Emma Ghana na why yes adwumadi ni we ono so na ye president from a champion time with me amended the national youth law of Ghana woma national youth development ebe gina ne na so the youth federation by esa ema district assemblies common fund no etwa sika bi to homa youth development me no ka say ya no buy omo de cap abeto so am sika ne nko me na me deputy chief executive officer ewo national youth authority the whole year yesika aba na 600,000 Ghana ye youth leadership training centers ne krani ntimi nra ne staff no krani ntimi nti omuka so most of them were closed down but thanks to President Mahama National Youth Authority ebenya sika eno na omuba power no mo first chief executive no corruption bi okodi nyafu because sika na fofo no
eti na obatu sika oni ba bi efri ba
oni bra ye bre ho asani yetimi yes ade President Mahama nti eti eno ano na ewiase nyina mbamunu da International Youth Day 12 August bia International Youth Day but ye agency e be hye sa fa we ekwan sonko so na mbabunu no led by Pablo. Let me send a very hearty congratulations to George Parado and the deputies Ruth and Osman. They did a fantastic outing yesterday. I think it's been one of the greatest outing of the youth of this country in the history. Now
President Mahama Yusuf Brofubi was well choreographed. Does it mean that Motina say mobile kono said ye ne didi so na
say program be a planning preparation intine ya planning program no ne implement but the most important thing is the outcome, the effect, the impact and I am very much excited say and then will be this program no komo na I am very gratified say make a team ye manifesto no ho adwuma sa manifesto no mu yetimi ayesa youth manifesto na abako kese pa ewo mu ne se Ghana amanyo se nyina e shaase ye wo de free UGCC eba wo de ye na me se wo de ye fa ne se free UGCC eba ebesi ne amanyo kuo bi ani honom ne youth wing ana se ne nkrabata ehwe mbabunu empumtuo so ana mbabunu mboabo ano so etimi alanche manifesto specifically carefully designed for the youth ye say mbabunu mudie nie
eno de mo ye for the politics ana
no say amanyu kuo bi timi trase na wo dwe oma no timi yudie firim say wo die ni a say amanyu kuo no oya amanyu kuo a wodo wo dwe ho e wotema
right
amount it what we did yesterday was to let the people know, the youth of this country know say so bia andwe ho kra wo bia mfa ho kra NDC efa ho
enye tumi bia mo pentia
enye tumi bia ye pentia because make no mistake, the youth of this country as it stands now is the biggest asset of this country. At the same time, it is the only national security threat that we have. Our asset is our national security threat. Why? Because of a quiet faso amanegiomo. And you are aware, just from the statistical service recently, that 1.9 million young people are completely idle. One unko school, one also onyejuma otifie kwa osori anu edidi na wada. 1.9 million out of just 33 million people. It is over 33 million population. Now 1.9 million out of that population is idler. You should be frightened. You should be worried. You are inching closer to 10% of your population.
And you see, Mama reconcile it to Adiabesi Obukom Arena. Ebra, Mebunu Baku Bebusa Semfa, a year betting tax on. ana wo person President Mahama eshebo actually
you saw the passion. You see, and so that tells you, say, we have a lot to do for the young people. Make no mistake, and yes, our 1.9 million in Kwan.
Yeah.
Evidence shows, say almost 8 million Ghanaians go a day without food. It means 0,000 or that
and that's all cost one. I say
it is something that is even happening. See, this year it will be worse than last year.
Wow.
Because this year the economic conditions are even worse than last year. And so you can imagine. So say we are many now o mine da wakoma so o mine hot money or do. That's how you are not thinking outside the box to fix the problems of the youth and understand the problems of the youth. You are a joker. Okay. You don't deserve to be in the political space. And so we are just doing what we are supposed to do. And Minya, I'm just inching out of the youth brackets. Ghana, a youth policy, they say youth here 15 to 35. It used to be 40. You understand? It's here 35. Yeah. So me free much kakra. You understand? But I still consider myself youth at heart, right, by all intents and purposes. Now me share a brana me bebuno. Me see so. And yama me kumu. Anka oman no aban no betimi ageme na aban na angeme na mehwe mpempenso a meduri na mebu nkompo hwe machi na mehwe menuamba a wo so asiso a wo koso na at this point we don't make a resolute decisive policies that will save them, then yanye nyame so adwuma
ye mo policies ni bi so baba men sha sem free questions amanfo we bisamo de di kan de mo kan ba kwa atonko fotiri ma beye nkomo a da bia obi edi eye suapon ye mai so mo ko suapon a level 100 ya mo ka say aban e ba beje eka no afa no ebi sika no be free hia ba but say no obi say oh e be free get fund obi so say your revenue no se me ba bi e be free aba
ne di kan mate say MPP for circulates some wicked, malicious, deliberately fabricated fake news from MPP4 headquarters or Flagstaff House. And let me advise it should be treated with contempt, or the contempt that it deserves. Should be completely disregarded. Say me Macau baby say level 100 school fees in a student loan and the it should be completely disregarded.
Now what can we?
Me post to me Facebook.
Yeah.
Say academic facility user fee will be paid for students. And support will be provided through an enhanced and effective student loan scheme. And I'm full stop by. Sabi you adia makin. Will be a tram baby send a bro from the school no coy and entias and say student loan and ye debate. And support from effective student loan it you know later na me ko edit post no and I made it for continuing students account said dey be ya utie wu a eno dey o kan ha e be boa wo anything kwame meti hey.
Yeah,
I came from a very poor background. I lost my father when I was in class 5. And so my mom had 7 children and he had to take care of all the 7 children. It was very difficult. Me mama waton bibia bi owiase menkan body benku waton bibia bi owiase ni nyina waton amfa, and we had to survive. When I managed to go to the secondary school, my secondary school story cry me catch we be shock kill me nuanu nyina me na me the first me toss 4 me na me the first to have completed secondary school.
Wow.
The first to have completed university. The first to have gone, in fact, me extended family, the extended family me pen na me PhD. Me fact me pen na my masters cra. Afi na me bo mama e bia masters. Na me story ni e bra me nya admission me wie secondary school. I was the overall best student. Holy Trinity Cathedral Senior Secondary.
E was na first.
Na me overall best student.
And you na first.
First say
first obey overall.
I know they me person me ko hono. But you see me wie school no. Ese be ko university. My mom went to me because secondary school no cry no went to me fees. E ya dum bi me secondary school admission fee me tua afa A fana can school fees now a boom 3 years, you know, me cultural SSC and papa bi oh my sorry. No headmistress SSC the intimate, I just would to answer no actual. And the Triama in a middle secondary school. So I knew that obedient to me for university. So you know what I did? I decided to go outside and go and study outside. Me apply university's best of 5. For me medicine full scholarship. Me call US embassy near refuse me. Me call near refuse me 3 years. It's final year no more refuse me na me no and my main family in Chile Ghana haya na me say betimi amia mani atimi atua me school fees a. Minya admission. Medicine ni menya convince me say the agric na dia ma metimi dia medicine to dia menya ne sa na me fire sankomowe na me fa ne sa na ka school fees e kwa me fa so atua sa time school fees manim hancho bitwi fa ha na matwa fa ha na matwa fa ha mentimi antua school fees no panifo bi wo ma asori no mu ka sika bomu etimi tua 20% of my school fees. Wow. And I medical tua o University of Ghana and I me ko register and I me start school. 20% na me tua no nyankopon charge after 1 year and I minya full scholarship because na me GPA be 3.98 into no minya full scholarship every student aid office and I me sanya be free Levante Foundation you some foundation be
okay
womo Emma scholarship
yeah
na eno necessary me school ko ewo university enti no kwaku danso adwa mansa wono ewo me situation no mu woni obia obe mobilize sa 20% na mana kotua tse de unyae no woye den ebiko school obe den abe Dr. Peter Boama Otoku no nti kwan ben ne ye fa so aboa wo mo course oyini no fault of ours. That's the family we are coming from, and you can't change it. And there are so many of them, thousands of them. And so President Mahama is simply saying, said the Abeya didn't deny university education. Remember, I stayed on 3 years because I couldn't afford school fees. So that we don't deny you what is due you, the knowledge and your future. To say me future, we are going to pay your first year school fees for you for free. Ni say when your admission letter. Now I go school no I go register no I start school.
No.
So we start school now. You say school fees in so e wo ho say utua.
Yes.
Now usually no student loan e wo ho. Utimiji editua but student loan nso e ma wa no. Student loan no be bakra no abra ma afe na kwa wieye. Nti no unhu kwan abetua school fees. Me lecturer. Me try there with University of Professional Studies in the Department of Economics and Actuarial Science. Kwame, if I tell you the number of times I've had to pay school fees for my students who are being denied examination opportunity because on the school fees, it will shock you. Because student loan no Anthem. Enti ne ye kan say yen found koni enja ukwantim fi. Enti ye du remu wie a na wako free no. Ye the student loan no be boawa ma wo de awie. Nanso so no say ne ye be ye no. School fees afana ewo mu a ese wutua no. Yabema student loan etua directly to the university.
Okay.
Eti no wu ko school no e wu nya se afene be so ne tata wo se betue school fees. When you enroll on the student loan nko your school fees is being taken care of. Na extra no ye the amount say bia say after the year ye the amount say the amount middle of the year ye the amount for upkeep new books.
But what's the guarantee say no says cannot be back e bra mo hwe ani mu say be back because what the can say student loan no emma wano sa
and na me kire so that's why you enhance and make it efficient so that the payment to the school fees in there and the only say afibia no 2,000 Ghana and a student no student loan also so your obligation is to the university so you shift the obligation from the student to the university.
Okay.
It is between student loan and the university. It is student no school no kono nyina ne burden the school fees and count. Policy ni nyina ni. It will first year school fees na student loan na wudi ko tuye. Aban ni tue ses kana ma. Na womo etinchen na say yes ya womo pupu ade yi. Academic facilities afie ya he. Average le be 2,400.
Yeah.
the number of students on Muko University afibia base 125,000. O multiply base 250 million there about.
But say the free SHS about.
O dear to.
It will be dorsal.
O dear to. O dear no be dorsal. O dear fan say I could 200,000. Near multiply and fan say 300 million. Say 300 million. It means say $20 million. Only $20 million. Power. 300 million Ghana cedi. Contract na de ma Akufo-Addo maba no so mo nko supply ambulance spare parts na ya he. O mi busa o bom na obi ehu.
Me say 42 million bisa.
$34.9 million.
Okay.
O convert cedis mu a oni ma he ebedu.
Say.
Drew almost 550 million Ghana cedi.
Wow.
Nipa ba ko Akufo-Addo ba. Ono de wagie yeye. Na Ghana for ma omukwa ahuyehia mwanya for mba omugie enye. But o de yemfa no ponto nchen. Yemfa ne say we are having an efficient policy regime to implement this level 100 free university education. Sabio Kwame despite ne baba ma ko university of Ghana ehia se betu ama no.
Well, some say Ghana ni ana.
Or ye Ghana ni. But Kwame despite betimi etu ya school fees. Ana meboa. Very good. And so in the implementation of this program no, we have to be conscious of the fact of equity. So at here. So that we must have a regime that would be able to govern this in a manner that is equitable. So there be sustainable.
It also needs assessment.
It no needs assessment. But we have not gotten there. It's for those who are saying, oh, Sikano say no. I'm explaining to them that this policy is an overarching policy that would be spread across the entire country, but most importantly, would make it efficient. We will make it efficient and sustainable. It's and before I see the student loan, you student loan. It's a student loan now. We kwa to level 100 no. Level 100 need on second admission who go school.
But I want to can be free.
But why? I didn't near get fund.
Okay.
I didn't near get fund.
I get fund
and you get fund in wa collateralize here. Na kayebo sa mess we mu. But we have made a deep commitment say we will decollateralize the get fund.
How?
We will decollateralize the get fund.
And the IMF.
But why? We can negotiate our way out. We will decollateralize. And no ye fatim Ghana education no. And ye de to chacha. No. And nobody who is sitting at the table when you make a case, they will find reason. Why? Ghana education fund, sika ye de share education. Na what the akwaje akosi wa awa ama what the akwaje loan. Ama loan ni kura unhu wetira kwai. Na ye betra wa ahwe han say Ghana education fund. And one near this school die. Go and look at the quality of facilities in the universities even now. Go and look at it. For the past 8 years, no investments. Laboratories are deteriorated. The learning centers are deteriorated. And your university management is living as a bio, wamu enim dia konkai mo mutiminya internally generated funds bibiri. And no the running universities now. Like our university education is completely collapsed.
But you see, Doc.
And so what we
are also ne free SHS no. E ba ne funding now. Yakwa ma mukrama bedru empempenso amohwehwe sustainable funding.
Get fund wo ho anka free SHS cry and funding your problem. You see what has happened to free SHS is rent seekers taking advantage of the policy. It run ya buy na ye. The whole Ghana schools ni nyina aduane no nipa num pe supply more. The whole Ghana nipa num abusuafo ene ye the contract na more no supply aduane no. So omo ko fa aduane ni free ama no ne no ma be distribute. The inefficiencies in that, the corruption, the fraud that has bedeviled the free SHS is what is the concern now.
But now my question
is fraud and fracadam free SHS more. We will not be spending 2 billion. We will not
over free SHS. But my question is say about university the sustainable funding and I make free
and I make say
I'm still trying to understand how I get fund bit my wow.
But why? Get fund
because when we get fund what that can
na me say get fund no na e da kan mu no ubetimi ayi won afri mu ana decollateralization
easy sir easy ubetimi say boss by 2025 2026 ni ayi mu
yɛyi yɛn ho amfiri mu koraa wo deɛ yɛnhwɛ ɛyi sika a ɛkɔ get fund yɛdi collateralize ne koraa sika ɛba get fund no ɛboro 2 billion a year mpakyɛ wase aseɛ ɛti ne si yɛyi $250 million ɛde ayɛ level 100 free ɛntimi nyɛ of course yɛbɛyɛ the other form you see a policy a megidi say it is going to produce more great people, provide widespread opportunity. Said the bear ya doma kuba pitabo mo tokuno. Means baby ama bedrui. Obi so de ebetimi abedru hosa. Right. And this is so personal to me. It's very personal to me. Etina me kind of passionately sano because I think this policy will save a lot of people. Do you have an idea the amount of admission fees that we pay as individuals every day? Way back. And it's a nipano when yawa. Not just a nedachi no. And so imagine, can you do all yes in the paba consent means any kata? That's right. So that's why we have the state. And you see, and this year social democratic philosophy, ni pillar pa equity. There's a difference between equality and equity. I'm up over brain here. Before any equality. So what you say? But equity means sabio nipa mi ense gina ho ejina wall echi ehwebo ba ku yeti apa ogina ho a ohu ball no enhwe ba ko so ewo ntem kakra wono no omma ne bidi kakra pe obehu ball na hwe ena ba ko so gina ho oye tenten a ogina ho no ohwebo no enjoy wo boxes miensa ye ka se cha equality ni se obemu obia baako agina so se o mo obia baako atenten no wo ye tenten mo ono bo no ohwe dada no asa amani baako aka ho ohwe bo no ne oye ho no afi ono betimi ahwe bo no ne oye tia no wa mani baako still ohwe bo that is the way he dey free mo basa equality no se o yi to nchen now the equity be ye adwuma ni ogina otenten na ohwe bo no wo hia box bia na wagina so koso hunu ni ogina mfimfi ho na wono soso no oda ntem na wo hu bo no yie no o ma ne ba akopɛ obehu bo no na mienu na aka no odi amatietia no na ono nso hwe bo no enti sisi ano wo miensa nyina no ehwe bo no obi ani age. That is equity. It is one of the key philosophies and principles of the NDC. And in our policy implementation and design, it is equity that we are looking at. Near amma inequality reduce in developed economies like Germany, UK, US is the principle of equity. When you build equitable policies, near NSA, Emma will be here to mean opportunity. Okay, I say America is a land of opportunity. I don't think a land of opportunity because everybody is giving the support according to what you can do to bring you up. That's right. If you are underprivileged, you are able to grow and become a better person. But in our country, sebio ni owo bi dada ni nya dodo na ni oni bi ni de o nya hwe cry fa ya gifri ni oni bi ni ho ni de ama ni owo dodo no e wudisem e kronobo. You understand? And so that is the principle that is driving all our policies. What the emfa and upuntu nchani enhwe free SHS krakakra. Adentina akwala bi ebe ko school was Saito. School no from class 1 to class 6 we teacher baako. Ono an headmaster, ono an assistant headmaster, ono an lecturer maths, lecturer English, lecturer science. Wo be kira akwala ya dia ma akwala no ne me ba Michaela akotro the same BC. Now omo tro BC ni wi a wo mo nyina ya mark omo the same marking scheme. Ni wi a yes akwala na ni teacher ye baako na okọ Saito no we kura na ase no wono nso so ye place na akọ the same secondary school. Oju so obenya school. David. Etini se bi ohiafo ma na wo mo ewo mamu ha na wo mo ko school Saito a wo mo enwo kire omo a wo mo ntimi mpaase no wo mo so no mo ye nkrofo a free SHS no ye place omo a ye place omo because one pass ne pass no wa pass you but enye kese a ebetimi ama na ko school eti computer ni che schools ni wi abozo no nya school eti ono nya school na chese ne dachi na ba wi ya na. So how do you treat such poor innocent young person? I no fault of his when timi ambo modern timi nya school. You better catch yourself private school and I'm a wa. Yeah. I didn't know in the first place we hear in the course Saito. Or course Saito because no ntimi ntua school fees for private school. No crap. Bewa. It is see our JSS in the economic conditions na sisan obetimi atua private school. It was a private school no so ntimi nkọ not fie. It 1.9 million idle youth no. Ebi no. Wabeka. Wo mu a wo ma say o musika ye investments at the private school no. Private secondary schools no so empty. It is here no mbabunu na na kwa for omo ye omo teachers ne kra we ye omo di because ontimi ntua. So the private secondary schools have become empty. So what President Mahama is saying is free SHS ni ehwe ni ye. Let's weed out all the miscreants and restructure the program in such a way say ye betimi save sika. But ye save sika no. Yema private secondary school ni so nye free SHS ni bi. It is here the students 100 a place you moko private secondary school. We pay the subvention for the 100 students in the private secondary school. So there be a private school manager and so ebenye siketi media run school no continuous. So there be a betimi abolish sa academic doom so your friend a double track no because you double track ni free sa empty classrooms in our private schools in na so you'll be able to have a synchronized and efficient academic program that will run smoothly without any problem. So ku free SHS na yes ye free na yenye na entimi mwa obi a enti na kwala na wakọ site no na teacher for no wanya teacher ama ne outcome na ye poor no secondary school he will be upgraded. Said the be awon so no nimdie no ebetimi akosoro na aye equitable between those oko public school and as a big schools no any more private schools. That's all the vision. Then from there we no now if oko universities so ya hwe ne first year na man ya hwe ne first year ni man we ani aka no ya the student loan no etwa na school fees na man because you see ye nyina ya ko university me time ma menya me scholarship ni we still na me student loan. Say be a case me my brother was a free secondary school free university. Level 200 na me register my first company. And I started say me sikana me free student loan na me started say me the business. Level 200. Wow. And that has changed my life completely from that. And it has taken me away from the difficulties that my parents went through.
Another difficulty is what okay.
Oh, emre. Come on, mo do ni ama bebre wo ho.
Emu don so. Another brand so mebunu no so brand say, "Ya wiesua pon no, na fa adwuma nsem."
Ho na me be. Ye kwai. Eti no, why no mre ama na timi anya quality university education. It is here we wie school na so pa adwuma ma no. President Mahama say, "Ye ntimi mboa wo ma wo wie school na wo metra fie na wo meka national security threat no. You must find jobs." But what are the innovative ways to create exponential job for our youth, our teaming youth, how we do labor viability? Yeah. So let's introduce the 24-hour economy. 24-hour economy, and ye can so amount for bundia. Hasho masu say, ye entiasie, ye okay cry, entiasie enti dem pa, ye kenyina ne say. And now, young girl, no, we bubu 133. We bubu abanum keten. Said you be our betiasie. They also want tiasie cry. Who say a juma bako. Anke say will be yesisia. But sisia ne say juma no. Any pamiensa babeye. Mumu babeye no what 3 shifts mu. Enti formula 133. 133 ne chere say adwuma bia Ghana ni bia wo ye adwuma ene se 24 hour no be ye adwuma all things be equal ye be ye sa number no times 3 into the active labor force our full employment here ye fa ne say 7 million say ye the 24-hour economy ne ba automatically all things be equal would move to 21 million Ghanaians working into adwuma bia no obi ye adwuma free anopa 8 ekosi 5 p.m. Opon a no bi nso abegim 5 p.m. akosi be say ebia 2 a.m. and 1 a.m. No bi nso afam be say 1 a.m. e di aba 8 a.m. That's all. Yeah, part da no. Na formula 133 no. Formula 133 no. Let us say e di adwuma beba. Beyond nyuma de beyond be esusu aso de be. Say beyond adwuma no. What it simply means ne say business bia no say profitability ye fa ne say 100 Ghana cedis. Unfaso. 100 Ghana cedis. So we run it 24 hours. All things be equal. Unfaso ebe 300 cedis. What you say? So unfaso 300 cedis. All things be equal. It means so far as your revenue has gone up by 3, it means that your tax contribution would also go up by 3.
Wow.
It is a wood tax, VAT 17.5%. Times 3 of the amount that you pay now because your revenue or your profitability has gone up.
I don't think that John Mahama.
It's the government revenue.
I don't think that John Mahama can bukom say Sentino say mo ba betting tax no dey mo be ye fro but say 24-hour economy no e sha say ye adwuma na kakra na am for ho ye dey me.
You see, say
is that the point?
Sa taxes no dey be ye fro no two ways. COVID tax, e-levy, and betting tax. It is something that must be scrapped. And I was just doing an analysis of the tax regime. If you had time, I would have broken it down for you to understand. So in actual fact, near Omaimu Hanum, tax rate too much. It's the highest on the continent. But you see, there are two different things
on
in
the
taxes.
continent.
Yes, on the continent. You see, there are two different things in taxes. Your tax rate, and your tax effort, and your tax potential. Ghana, your tax potential, almost about 80% untapped.
Tax potential.
Your tax effort, best 18 to 20%. Not just say, one more I tax or Ghana. When we are eligible to pay tax on commitment to tax upon.
And the potential.
Best 80% India.
Okay.
And the potential.
Right.
Yeah, for tonight, or more 80 from them. Or more best between 18 to 20%. But our tax rates, the percentage of the value of the businesses or any consumption that you do is the highest on the continent. It's nipa ka krebi ni edge omo tax no. And a tax no so eso do nti tax ne money omo. Eti emo nyina no mo per coping strategy to avoid the tax. Most of them are non-compliant. It's no boss 18% no. Ka krebi pen yenya free omo ne yes yenya free omo yentimi nya. Mami mo typical example. Ananu yesu aguta. And a good for say, omo business omo ye at the turn on moton. And your money bo ne ye kro. But say u business no ma buy now turn your money do udru post BBS ye jo VAT kese pa no 22%. And say we be turn the same commodity no na our shop fufura. Na shop no ye ketwa okono ko declare say we me get ni sa. Ne amano flat VAT rate. The flat VAT rate no we piak to be flat. Otua ne no wato na adwemu. So mo turn the same product. And a product ni nyina kra the same price. Ne e ma ne ba ne say when your okra sa big company no afi ni profitability be yeketo bi. Sometimes kro ye loss. Enti no bo se na afi wa start close ni business. So when close ni business ta ne oye ne say o understate ne tax no said the beya obetimi fall within flat rate. Meanwhile it is or ton near at a very ni jotre kese pa as what chim kitten said the beya obetimi atua tax rate a friend of tax avoidance. So when you have a tax regime that has these loopholes and people are able to avoid tax and they become non-compliant, they swerve, they don't pay, you don't get the revenue. It's a tax rate in this one. So what you do as a smart revenue regime is to expand the tax coverage, increase the tax effort, expand the tax net. How do you do that? You bring down the taxes so that you can enhance compliance. Easy so betua tax na wo betua.
What the 200 do on a
form. Now eba ne say ebe motive we be say anya ahe bia etimi ntua eti no wo mo a wo mu ntua na omo ye about 80% na nka so omutimi tua tax ni nyina no it pulls majority of them to come to it. Then beyond that no then you put compliance measures. Compliance measures here measures are ebe prevent people from staying away from the tax. But what you say? It's about 80% of Ghanaians who are due tax payment you capture them into the bracket. There are two major types of taxes. Your direct tax and indirect tax. Direct tax you betray or free hanoma yet free months and the amount. Yeah. And I say Power FM corporate tax amutiama buy. That's right. And only a direct tax. Yeah. But indirect tax and your consumption tax, VAT, BBA or in on your Juma cry or VAT no. Also very good and no will be it. It's direct and indirect tax. No? The revenue that you make from commercial and I say consumption tax would be there. only if you monitor compliance at the firm level, companies now providing those services in goods. If you are able to improve compliance, you make significant income from there. But look at this. How many people in Ghana are doing formal jobs? Abayin payroll about 800,000. One pay no yet then abayin income tax. Private companies, how many of them? How many of Ghanaians are working in private companies who are doing formal jobs? Womutia income tax. Even Senate, how many have registered? You understand? Kakrebi. It's direct tax now. Yeah. But how much is your income tax? Income tax now, It's what happens to the consumer is that my you may be in the bosomeno, me pay now fear because of mismanagement of the economy. Inflation is on the rise, exchange rate is on the roofs. It's price levels very high. It's purchasing power na conform. It's would you can na yet BBF from Crana the 2000 coffee and one day. It will take home free office you could do if you can ask how come. It means I won't take you home. So how will you survive? And so what you do is that let's look at the large number of people in the job market who are not paying taxes. And President Mahama no can want them. Me simbe juma mamia by day me 200 Ghana. By day. Wabeye touches kakrebi amami by day 200 Ghana. Carpenter obe bodadwa ewo soro mamia wa charge me 300 Ghana. Electrician waba wanje kra juma kakra bob na wabesisa no wanje kra obeji 300 Ghana wodi kofi. No tax, nothing, but a direct income. And I know Yesia Artisans Association of Ghana. They are very worried. One more artisans, they are very worried. They want to pay tax. Onyayanko tria tax.
Carpenter for
Onyayanko tria tax. Yes.
Wow.
The artisans they said no. They want to contribute to national development. You understand? But imagine say. Imagine say. Abayan admin says artisans no your income tax 5%. So 5% through the artisans payment voucher system, as President Mahama mentioned. Yeah. So voucher system no be here juma me carpenter. Unique code because you are certified. Share a youth manifesto now. You say national apprenticeship program. Any year you be certification program. No, it will be amazing carpenter be and you will be certified. That's right. Certificate in one number. It no ba na be here juma me be you ID no. Na wo certificate in so no na me dey generate payment code amount it no maybe 200 it me bo code na me 200 Ghana automatically the 5% income tax is deducted and it goes to government. We would exceedingly raise our revenue. Apart from say 24 hour able multiply a revenue by 3. If we are able to implement these policies, our revenue will shoot up exceedingly and we will not need to borrow. That is when you can invest in infrastructure development. We build the roads, we build the railway. That's when you improve the lives of the people. So,
I want to make my big push. You thinkers. You thinkers in this economy. And so President Mahama said, big push you need your dole. Because say when you increase your revenue, that's when you can invest in the big push. The big push you need to because Sebio oye adwuma yetua oka aka na yetua o no enso udie eti no bosumi bia obebo besia e de aka ho adia obe den etua sa besia no well yema sika 1000 Ghana was expenditure 1200 eti bosumi bia obebo besia 200 ka ho da ben na obetua sa 200 na obo loan last month no eti afini nyina wa borrow 200 sa you are going into unsustainable debt situation. And that's what the Ghana government is in. But what you say. But when you have a system where you are generating enough revenue, my boss idea way so as an ABI query. Budget. Budget. We personal budget, company budget, and a Ghana budget. It does a budget no ebe balance. And as a budget no deficit bebem and as a budget no ubenya surplus. Ghana ni yenim ewo ya manyo semu ni Ghana economy mu yenya surplus da. Da biye da kem.
balance cry and balance da said the bear obeka say revenue anywhere expenditure any it balance ye zero yenye bi da eti da bia deficit saa nti ye betimi akoso deficit saa akosi awiye eti ne pre bi deficit financing budget deficit financing there are multiple policy options. One, financing budget deficit no wedi aburu sika so na wodeka ewe tire eti na chese wakobo besia nti wodeka credit ema ese ye be scan free ho ekwan ben na eka na wabo no wobetimi a finance se de be ya next year ne so kra wobetimi aye atoto ne ma ye se de be ya mboka eti no ekwan ya obenya sika nie. One, ube increase taxes na chese ube to taxes so. Two, ube cheska edi afande. Three, ube kwa akobo besia. Four, ube to treasury bill. Treasury bill no ye aban kwan a wode faso bobesia ewo the capital market. Nti no aban ba say o me ton treasury bill rate ni ye wohwe rate na ebeboa wa na wo du sika akoma aban na aban de akodi nanum
se bia na
etu odi sika na odi akọ fund deficit no ana so bekodwa man so euro bond no akobo besia na wo de aba na odi abe fund sa besia ne da ho eso otua ehun nsi ho afi bia ana so be increase tax ana so be cheska. So these four options are the only options left to government. So if you are not a smart government, our government no ubetimi di niema to akwan mu increase with tax coverage to increase your revenue without increasing the tax rate. You are failed because niema me say nyina no uyim ba ko bia won susu so kese on the economy which you may not be able to recover from. One, borrowing. You cannot recover from borrowing unless you have an internal system that generates exponential returns. Because exponential returns are who projects be a so fast one a discover how the betuya.
Yeah.
One example, one typical example. A bra you started here drilling oil near flare natural gas no. President Mahama ye na adwen say yensi Dwabo gas power plant near $1 billion and the ISR project no ye estimation now within 5 years $1 billion project Dwabo gas power plant betimi atua ne ka no emansi hu start aba ye SR project no kobo obesian 3 years pepepe ne yetimi 2 years ka no na chese free time no ensi hu sa. So when you are a smart government, you look at areas of investment in your economy that will give you exponential returns. And so even if your budget deficit is occasioned by those investments, the investment themselves will clear the budget deficit.
Last one, Obina the message by where you find to us here. Coding between NDC and MPP one at the buy. There must be coding some 1 million jobs. Okay,
into President Mahama, Amao baby obetimi akwa. In fact, ye manifesto ma
2020
ufa manifesto na bomu pampe enya de foforo. In fact, even 2017 kra no na edwen ho.
Wow.
You understand? And you see President Mahama has been the godfather for digitalization. Make no mistake. A brand new minister of communication and a telecommunications is our Ghana. Mobile phone. No need President Mahama ready mobile phone buy. President Mahama time. And I'm phone na na mo sorry amuti so nyina President Mahama na digitalization be na sense. President Mahama na no ye president and ye the most widest nationwide coverage of fiber optic network. Fiber optic network no na carry 4G no 5G no niam na okeka ho asem. President Mahama did that. President Mahama they see the national data center, the biggest in West Africa. Ghana.
As a simple say, you Ghana for
there be a data center.
A data center, okay.
Data center near and crabata na say information crab here.
Okay.
Unim say mon system amu use nyina will be a friend cloud. It information nyina we PM cloud mu be e satellite be so. But you were another data centers are in situ. I no service ewo ho. I no so betumi load agu so. Eti data center say oye ne ewo esi form odi data ne begu so anu wasan di data na kogu cloud. Say there be a way no to chema and but where you already available access to your information. Eti no your biggest data center ewo West Africa ewo Ghana. Ivory Coast for Togo for omoba ɛde ɔmo nneɛma ɛbɛkɔkyerɛ ɔmo information egu so ɛwɔ ha no mo wɔn na esi yɛ president mama na sɛbi o nea wari dondo da ɔsɛ ɔbɛwe n'aba ogyi n'akyi nie
ɛno ne asɛm na asɛm sɛ dɔk yɛfɛ si a yɛbrɛ ne wada agya